Where is it? I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a lovely day? It's weird. It's definitely already very weird. Us being over here on... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's my background? Hold on a second. What is this? What are you doing? Oh, well, great. I guess we just ain't gonna have a background then. How are you knuckleheads doing it? I mean, this looks fine. This looks fine. Hold on, let me I'll break the stream for a sec, alright? I'll break it. All I do is win. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Guys, as you can see at the top of the chat, it is very, very cringely pinned, but that's the only way that I can actually, like, advertise these things. But the shirt that you see up there is the very shirt I am wearing. If you want to be a full-blown member of the peasant army and get yourself like 20 of these sexy-ass V-necks. Look, I'm going to show you guys. I'm out of shape, okay? I'm out of shape, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. Look at this. Look how nice, how nice and smooth this shit can look. Why am I moving like a female bodybuilder? Man, look. You can twerk better with this shirt. I swear. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. You can find all of the other stuff and nice things in my spring store. You can find all the links to all of that stuff in the description of any of my videos, TBH. I'm sorry we don't have commands over here yet. But yeah, this is what the shirt looks like. It is, I'll tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, okay? I do love the quality. The quality is, it feels very robust, and it's very thick though as well, all right? So this for me, I don't know how you guys are, but I overheat very easily, right? For me, I would not enjoy wearing this shirt on a very warm day, but that's me. And I mean, I do have that tight fit because I'm a little bit thick, okay? So on a very warm day, I would not probably have a good time wearing this. But on a, you know, average day, this is mega comfortable and it feels good. I like it. I actually tried to get a black one, but they didn't ship it when I wanted it, so I said, fuck you guys. So anyways, enough of all that shit. Let me go into chat over here. Oh my god, can I not hide this damn thing? I don't want to look at the damn ad. No, I want to see more chat. Oh well, it's whatever. It's whatever. Arnab, hello. Did someone say having a nice day? Sure, man. Thank you. But choke me with those arms, please. I mean, I could do that. We could go over to the exclusive fanatics page. You know which one I mean. I'm not gonna actually say the words because I don't want YouTube to smack me. We be knowing. Exclusive fanatics page. Oh wait a minute, how am I gonna choke you there? What, out of shape? Don't make me smack you. It is out of shape. It is out of shape. Look. There are no abs. There's no abs. All right, I understand that we have different definitions of out of shape. I'm not going to sit here and say that I look super terrible physically, right? I don't, but this ain't in shape for me, man. This ain't shit. Look at this. Thick ass motherfucker. Look at this shit. You see, I'm gonna grab as much as I can get. You see this thickness? This is like a big ass steak, right? That's fat. All right, that's fat. Now I know people struggle with way worse than this, and we could call that truly out of shape, I guess, and I should probably shut the fuck up. But you gotta keep in mind. I was a fitness coach. And I have been, yeah, I have actually been for the majority of my life way more in shape than right now. So for my standard, my personal standard, this is out of shape. But as soon as I can fix that, I'm going to do so. Why YouTube today? Man, you were in the damn stream yesterday. You know why? Because I feel like it. Twerk for me, daddy. Summer ain't here yet, lol. Nah, it really isn't. That's true. I was in your shape. I'd actually have a girlfriend. I can help you get into shape. Shut up. Let's see here. Hey man, I've been watching your videos for years. Goddamn, but this is the first time I've seen you streaming. Have a good day, you lovable bastard. Oh man, that's adorable. Well, thank you. Thank you. This is one of the very rare times that I stream on YouTube. I think in the future, I'm going to, or not I think, I've pretty much made up my mind. I'm going to try to make it a habit to stream every Sunday here on YouTube. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll stay on Twitch. However, once that is kind of like, you know, when I kind of get used to that kind of stream schedule, I'll probably kill one Twitch streaming day and replace it with a YouTube. So I'll do Twitch, YouTube, YouTube. That will be my streaming schedule, I think, in the future. Just saying. Maybe videos, bro. First time on your stream. Hot diggity dog. Beautiful. Welcome. What's up, fat boy? Okay, I know I'm not fat, okay? But I do have too much junk in the wrong trunk. Bro, this man built like that one new Valkyrie skin. Lol. Well, maybe I just have to assume that most of you guys are not from my Twitch streams, and for many of you this is maybe the first time or second time seeing me live on YouTube, and you don't see me live anywhere else. We get nice and personal, you know? Well, I get nice and personal, I suppose. Sometimes you guys do too. And I just, you know, I just say it how it is. I call things the way I see them. And I said yesterday straight up, the reason why I am not super jacked and in shape at the moment is simply because I can't afford the diet. Not because the diet is too expensive. That's not true. That's an illusion. But even for a normal diet, what normal people eat, I'm not making enough money to even buy that, right? So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the budget wherever I can, you know? Well, not cutting, but I'm managing the budget wherever I can. So instead of getting myself, let's say, 2 packs of chicken for $4 each or so, and make whatever you want to make with some chicken or something, I'll go with the pack of ground beef for $2 and make spaghetti. You know what I mean? Because it's cheaper, and the whole family gets fed. So it's $2, $3, $4 versus $8, $9, $10. You know, that's the only reason. But who knows? Maybe if things can turn around a little bit, and I can do that again, I would very much like to revive my my fitness channel. I used to have a fitness channel that went all right, and get back into actual fitness coaching. I would love to do that as an extra branch of revenue. I would love that. That would be really great. Abratomi, hello. Nah, screw it. You're still looking good. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I'm just glad that I'm not that I haven't fallen victim to the whole Corona dad bod production. I'm okay. I feel better as a person to be more in shape. You know, it just feels nice for me. But I'm also kind of used to it. Maybe it has something to that. So maybe I'm a little bit biased, but whatever. Next, how to not be a shit Warframe? When? I 2 or 3 days ago. No, yeah, 3 days ago, before my my first stream of the week, I assembled the intro to Korra. So I'm going to do Korra next because I'm already working on her. I wanted to do Shaka Zulu, but since Korra Prime is around the corner, I figured, well, I mean, I like Korra too, and I wouldn't mind making a video on her, so might as well do that first instead, and that's what I'm gonna do. How to not be a shit Valkyr, lol. Already did it. What's that? I have from Twitch, man, and I want to see Daddy twerk. I'll catch you on my exclusive Fanatics page. I need to make that page. Could you please check your ignore list and see if my name is there? Options, chat, bottom of the list. Okay. Options, chat, ignore list. What's your name? Oh damn, I got a lot of people ignored. Why and when did this happen? Interesting. I wasn't aware that I met this many assholes over the time. Shaka Zulu? Yeah, Zaku. Arjun Jayapal, hello. Diet? Just don't eat, lol. Yeah, that doesn't work. I'm proud of my work. I went from XS shirt hanging loose to a snug M. Oh, very well done. You look a hell of a lot better than me. Well, I mean, be that as it may, it is quite individual and subjective to everyone's personal feel, you know? Playing's been rough on everybody. Yeah, it sure has. Hi, Jizo. You strip on YouTube now? Yeah, I strip on YouTube now. No, I'm starting to stream on YouTube on Sundays. My other 3 days before Sunday, I'm on Twitch. What, asshole list always getting bigger? Yeah. Same as here. Ah, yes, there you are. Yeah, okay, I'll stop ignoring you. I mean, I still suspect that you did something to deserve it. But let's go ahead and just assume that, that you rectified that simply by being in the chat and whatever, and me getting to know you a little bit better or whatever. I don't know. So yeah, there you go. Michael, hello to you too. Long time I visited your channel, never knew you look so like a Chad. Oh shush. But also. Oh no, I can't use that. YouTube's over there like demonetized, motherfucker. Watch me get demonetized for 2 seconds of that. Watch. What was I going to do now? Oh, yes, I was going to maybe switch to this because this makes more sense. And show you guys the sexy black screen because that's super dope, that's why. There you go. Alright. Thank you, I'm just a troll, but not an asshole. Those things are not mutually exclusive. We need Jizo exclusive fanatics. Right now? Okay. Beard still kept? Yes. Unfortunately. Giga Chad, Ashy Sogi. I must have misspelled something. I don't usually see you stream here. No, I don't usually stream here, but starting as of right now, Sundays will be a YouTube stream day for me. Normally I stream for about 4 hours. I start 50 minutes ago, normally. With some delay, sometimes it depends, you know, life and being a dad and everything, shit happens. But I start usually about 50 minutes ago and end my streams in 3 hours. So I do 4 hour stream in total. I don't think that I am going to stick to that for YouTube exclusively, because this Sunday is like just an extracurricular stream that I want to put on YouTube, and it is going to be dedicated to Warframe, because over on Twitch I do whatever I want these days. I do stream a lot of Apex lately. I have been hanging out on the Discord server in a chat called Stream Chat, which is open to 5 other people beside myself. They can join whenever and just chat with me live, and everybody in the stream can hear you as well. I know maybe some of you are like, well, bro, that's dangerous, man. I've never had any issues with it. I have to say, Ashy Sogi community is great. And if I do ever have issues with it, well, then fans will be swift. And yeah, we just have a good time over there and just do whatever. But for these YouTube streams, since unfortunately Ashy Sogi Tenno is doomed to forever be a Warframe channel, I might as well stream fucking Warframe, you know? And Lord knows, I don't have enough to do in Warframe to stream this game for 4 hours straight every Sunday. So it might be a little bit less. By the way, can I shoot you a DM on Discord? You never have to ask me about shooting me DMs on Discord. Yes, you may. I'm happy to tell you I recovered my Warframe account. I thought I had lost forever. Very nice. That transition is pure satisfaction. Can't get no. Well, actually, you just did, so I guess Brittany's wrong. Love the overlay animations. Awesome. I'm glad you do. I'm very glad you do. Unfortunately, this is the Twitch overlay, so all of the settings for like alerts and stuff like that are Twitch alerts. So yeah, that's not going to work here. But maybe if I get used to streaming here on YouTube once a week, or later even twice a week, then I'll get the proper version, because I have this overlay but for YouTube, and the alerts are also for YouTube, and then I'll put that together. But the shit takes easily a day, and I don't have that kind of time, you know? When does the beard end? Officially on November 31st, but unofficially when I've actually done the Kratos cosplay. And since I haven't done that yet, all I can say is soon, TM. Can we please see your Warframe's assets? You mean my Sayandana? Sure. Look, there's my Sayandana. Way better than Twitch when it comes to discoverability. Yeah, it may be better for discoverability, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's also better for my wallet. Because let's say I have a good stream here and we have, I don't know, let's say 100 viewers or something or whatever, then it is possible that within a week time after streaming that this very stream might make me $80. I know it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's a lot more than on Twitch. So, like a lot more. You don't even know. You don't even know. So yeah. Gotta go. Boyfriend needs help. Have a nice one, boys and girls. All right. I have dead. Well, enjoy helping out your boyfriend, and maybe catch you later. Maybe both of you. Can you show me some Octavia gameplay? I'd love to see it, since in 2 days I'm gonna get Octavia. Sure, I could. Not gonna be very interesting though. Octavia's a little bit boring, honestly. I'm trying to catch up with chat, by the way. I'm not that, the chat isn't that delayed. I'm just in the middle of the chat box with reading. So I'm trying to catch up to the bottom. Twitch just rarely pushes newer streamers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the discoverability on Twitch is, you're basically screwed. If you start a new stream today, unless you're doing something extraordinary that catches on and goes viral, you're fucked. What do you mean, stream other games? There's games other than Warframe? I heard of some. Yeah. Unit only likes around 2-hour streams. Maybe. Play Warframe Survival, that might be fun. Ew. I'm guessing no streaming on Twitch on Sunday? No. I think I play Warframe like once a week right now, farming hollow keys. Yeah, I gotta do the same thing. Farming hollow keys for those 10 melee weapons, because New War was more of a skirmish. Yeah, I have to do the same actually. I just, every single holo key farm that I have done on stream for the past 3 weeks, I have dropped 0 holo keys. And it made me so mad that I was about to uninstall Warframe. I was like, nope, fuck this, I'm out. Let's see here. Hard to break away from Warframe once you go down that path. The community will hit you with that, remember kiddo, you owe me. You know what? Honestly, that's not unusual for any style of YouTuber or even streamer, right? You guys might have heard of Danuk, for example. Danuk D. Very, very, very good PUBG, competitive PUBG player, female. And she, imagine if she would suddenly start streaming Apex. Regardless of how people feel of which game is better, it's clearly Apex, but regardless of that, she would probably lose at least half of her viewership. Same thing if we use another masterclass female streamer, competitive shooter, woman, Lulu. Now she streams Apex. If she suddenly starts streaming Ring of Elysium or PUBG, she'd also probably lose at least half of her viewership. But what's interesting about Warframe is that if you play other games, you lose viewership as well, sure. But it's, instead of just like half or a little bit more than half or so, it's like 90%. It's like 90%, man. It's insane. Imagine crossplay, cross-save, making it to where people actually give a crap about crossplay clan alliances. For Octavia gameplay, finna be boring. Yeah, it's true. Twitch, if you ain't big, you won't get much. That's for everything, though. Hello, Madam Banshee. Oh, Lestocka mode. I love it. Octavia is just a teabag to win frame. Not even. Not even. Press 1, go make some tea. Hello there, small brain. Love the name. Fuck holo keys, I ain't farming that shit ever. What should a new player do after finishing the new war? You should do everything or anything that you haven't done already. And if you have done everything else, then play something else. Trenic Grigori is good, but those holo keys are what for real pain to farm. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It ain't fun. Oh shit. Let's see here. Finish the sacrifice, lol. I thought they fixed the holo key shitty drop issues. You've seen that Warframe with every update, every hotfix and such, that they have like dozens of fixes, right? So over the years with every hotfix, those must be thousands of hotfixes, right? If they're fixing thousands of hotfixes, fixing thousands of issues every year or so, then how does the game still have so many bugs? You know? So just because something is fixed doesn't mean it's actually fixed, apparently. Streaming Pedlek is streaming, indeed. I'm doing anomaly runs for Caliban if you needed to do Railjack stuff. I don't need to do Railjack stuff in general, I need specifically holo keys, which is Void Storm. shit. Say I'm a huge fan of your YouTube. I've been watching you for a minute. Why you gotta hate me with the wholesome shit? I don't like that. Get out of here with that shit. Sweet. What the hell is the chat going backwards? Oh no. Imagine chat's going backwards in time. How to make Urelli good? You don't. Just sacrifice her to the flesh wall. Oh shit, where did it go? To the flesh wall, then give her aqua blades to Lavos. Lol. I'm in the playtest cluster thing, right? And I looked into Urelli, and the augment is nice, but I mean, it should be a feature. It should be a feature. Do you have a favorite primary, secondary, and melee weapon? No, not so much at the moment. Not so much. I do love a couple of weapons, but a favorite really right now? Nah, not really. Subject yourself to WarFarm. You're quite the trooper, Jizo. Hang in there, big guy. I'll try a new design, thank you. Do the survey or however... Oh, let me go ahead and do this. Reveal yourself. There you go. However the fuck you spell it. Yes, they asked about if players would be interested in Werewolf Warframe. Is it... What if... Isn't it something? I don't know. If it's gonna be another melee frame, I'll lose my shit. Why? I can join you for Holokey's farm if you want. Yeah, sure, just DM me in game and I'll invite you. Have 500 Holokeys saved for when, or rather, if they drop new Tenet weapons on Ergo. Oh, they will. They will. You got into playtest? Yo, congrats, Jizo! Brace yourself, brace yourself. As you guys know, well, some of you might know, I used to be a Warframe partner. And Warframe partners, they got into that test cluster automatically anyways, because I was a partner at the time of the very first test cluster. And rules of the test cluster are as follows. If you were in the last test cluster and active and logged in, you will automatically be chosen to be in the next test cluster. Since that is the case for me, I've been in all of the tests so far. I'm in this one this time as well. And I spent a lot of yesterday late night playtesting some stuff. There's not all that much to test, to be honest. Visually, it does look and feel really, really good, I have to say. It's very, very pretty. The augments are good, I guess. Personally, I don't think that the game needs many more augments, honestly. They're fine and dandy to have, but, like, you know, whatever. But they are good. And yeah, I didn't really find anything else to comment on. So you can replay the new War? I could if I want to. What GPU are you rocking at the moment? The GTX 1070. Like a peasant. I don't know how to feel about those augments. They all sound meh. No, they're not. They're truly not meh at all. In fact, I'm probably going to make a video titled something like Grendel isn't as shit anymore. Something like that. Because I tried Grendel with the augment because it's basically like a despoil for Necros. So it changes entirely how he consumes energy, health in this matter. And I thought to myself, that's gonna be shit. I can't see that working, but I tested it and it works like a charm. It works like a charm. It's actually fine, and it makes Grendel feel way less of a burden to play. I still don't like Grendel, let's be honest, but he is, with that augment, that's really, really good, I'd say. By the way, what's the NDA policy for the clusterfuck thing? I'm assuming you can't talk about it. I'm seeing shit from it posted on the WarFarm subreddit and not getting purged. I don't think that it has a serious NDA. because I do vaguely recall that DE allowed streamers to stream their test cluster thing. I mean, why not? You know, there isn't anything secret in there. We're testing stuff that you guys already know is going to be put in the game. So, yeah. I don't think that it has too much NDA on it. Head out, enjoy the rest of the stream, and remember, have fun. I'm on Warframe. What do you want about? Anyway. Got that one already. Battle team of velocity, as well as the Natarok, is hot, is what you're trying to say. Some transformation, that's 7 and I feel like there are so many melee frames. Naturally, melee is the #1 kill thing, you know. How is the Frost augment? Because the CD mod looks amazing. Frost might be something other than a def frame. Frost already isn't a def frame. If you play Frost that way, then you've been missing out, I have to say. I would recommend you check out my Frosty Cernos combo. That is a very aggressive Steel Path one-shotter Frost build. Very aggressive, no defense. He doesn't do any defense, he just murders. You literally one-shot, it doesn't matter how many Steel Path enemies are there, they're one-shot. They're one-shot. It's a very fun way to play him, and very different, I have to say. The augment, I mean, the augment gives you more crits, which is never bad. You don't need it on Frost, though. I find the mod incredibly unnecessary, and it triggers on frozen enemies. Okay, how do you freeze enemies as Frost? You could use your 4th ability, which is expensive to cast, and yada yada and whatever, and a lot of enemies die from it anyway. 2, if you freeze an enemy as an armor-stripping Frost, why would you need more crits to kill them? They're already as soft as they get, you know what I mean? Okay, the other option to freeze enemies is with your 1. 1 has very ridiculous pathing, so it doesn't actually even find the enemy. You know, sometimes it's funky. It shoots off into a random direction, or it hard locks onto a spot, one particular spot on the floor. Even though you're aiming at the enemy right in front of you, it'll still fly to that one spot on the floor. I don't know, it's really weird. So not only is that weird to use, but it's also widely single target. Why would you need extra crits against a single target? Makes no sense. Frost doesn't need that augment. It's completely unnecessary. Grendel build like Necros? No, nothing like Necros, but he has mechanics like Necros. When you consume enemies, you'll drain your health instead of your energy. Roseheim is right. New augment doesn't fix Frost. Frost isn't broken. He's outdated a little bit. I'm actually curious what kind of performance you would get with a 1070 on Warframe. Can you show your settings?
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and cut down the... and make the Lotus proud.
Oh, no Twitch stream, Captain? Evidently not. New Explode Bow is so good. Yes, it sure is. I have a GTA 750 Ti, and Warframe runs great at 1080p. Yep, mid to high. Yep. To be fair with DE's, Warframe is very well optimized. True. Cut your Nidus builds from the Nidus Prime video. Immortal Carnage build. Beautiful. His 1070 rig is better than base PlayStation 4, and I ran Warframe on that without much issue, to be honest. Thank God I found a PlayStation 5 in the wild, because fuck scalpers. Hello, Ashen. Can I join you after a bit? Having dinner as of now. Sure. Sorry about you. I don't want to be a fanboy. It just freaked me out that you actually added me back. I'm not bothered at all. No worries. No worries. Also, quick heads up. I am streaming on YouTube right now. you are, of course, invited to join. Alright. What's this here? Hey, Jizo, invite me for Holo Keep Farming. Okay, mod configuration, Guandao. Hey, can you also tell me this build is good or not? Does it kill everything? If the answer is yes, then the build is good. That's as far as it goes, guys, in WarFrame. Can I just ask really quickly? I'm curious here. Contributing a bit to your 3070? Sexy! Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to get a 3060 Ti because that's the biggest bang for buck that I could possibly get. I'm going to get that one. It is the cheapest and best graphic card in balance. Of course, the 3090 is better, but the price ain't better. So it's a 3060 Ti is what I want to get. Thank you very much one way or another. Damn, the augment look fun though. Best frame. Whichever one you like the most. They mentioned something about reworking 16 existing augments in the dev stream. That part of this test cluster, I actually haven't looked into that. I had no information of it, but they also had a disclaimer upon entering that there are some more changes in there. They're just not mentioning all of them simply because they're focusing. They want bugs. They want us to find bugs and broken shit and let them know about that. That's their primary focus. Valkyrie Prime was used more in 2021 than Nyx Prime. 1070 is good, lol. When I want to play Warframe on something other than my PlayStation 5, it runs on my Ryzen 5 laptop, med 1080p 60 FPS capped. Beautiful. I want DE to buff, rework, Hydroid, and Frost. Frost doesn't really need a buff. What Frost needs is something that brings him up to date and make him a little bit more versatile to play. And Hydroid, Hydroid has a silly concept that you can make work. But it's just kind of silly. He could be so much better. Thank you for showing your settings. The YouTube chat is a bit delayed, I think. No, not. I'm just slow with reading. That's all. Just gotta say, huge fucking thanks to you. Helping me when I started 3 years ago. Those frame game mechanics guides were dope. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I could help you. Why are you streaming on YouTube now? P.S. Looking great today. Shit. Why, thank you. Sundays are going to be my YouTube stream day now. I'm adding another stream day. I'm going to stream, I don't know, 2 hours maybe or so. I'm going to stream only Warframe here because there's no point in doing anything else. If you want me to do, or if you want to see me do other stuff other than Warframe, but also Warframe sometimes, then Twitch is where to be. All the best. Thank you, Alverny. That is Jizo on YouTube? The fuck is this bullshit? Get out of here, Gelder. The GPU prices these days are completely outrageous. Hopefully once the GPU market returns to how it was, that the prices will be much more reasonable. Yeah, I suspect that will happen this year as well. Jizo 3070 is actually good. I'm using it on a dual 1440p monitor while also playing most games at max settings. I never said that the 3070 is bad. I said the 3060 Ti is the best bang for buck. And that's just a fact. It doesn't matter if you like your 3070 or your whatever Intel Pentium or whatever. It doesn't matter. 3060 Ti is the best bang for your buck at the moment. There is the next one that is slightly better is the 2080 Supra or Super. That Supra, lol, imagine. That one is a little better, more consistently a little better, but the price is just way more. So, yeah, you pay like what, 30% more money for the 2080 Super? Yeah, like 30% more price for like a 6% better performance. Man, fuck that. Also, keep in mind, I'm going from a 1070. I have 1070 right now. My PC is actually already 6 years old now, I believe it was. Right? Anything with a higher number than 10 is going to be dope for me. Any idea what the new game modes are gonna be? A drifter gameplay, maybe? Nope, no idea. I looked for some stuff. I have to say, I'll admit, I did not look at every single node in the test cluster, but I found no indication that there is the two game modes in there, or what they may be, or where they are. Being the year where DE actually fixes old stuff. Sergeant, anyone? I would love that. What is this YouTube stream in 2022? Teach us how to make plat stacks. Yo, what's up, bro? I just wanted to pop in and say thank you for the builds. You're very, very welcome. Okay, bet, on my way. Ah, beautiful. Okay, cool. Wait, what was it? Liam, right? No, Lima. Lima is coming over in the... I wonder if Lima's already here somewhere. Let me close this tab. Does anybody else want to join, try to get some holo keys? If you do, then please DM me in-game. My my in-game name is Cephalon _ Jizo. The C and the J are capital. Got mine for $700 though around March of last year. $700 for wait, for what? Can't leave that sexy beard and weird potato keep me entertained for hours. Beautiful. If there wasn't a global chip shortage, I would recommend you waiting for the 40 series. Yeah, sure, but the price of that is probably going to be outrageous as well, you know? Money on 360 and buy more RAM. Super sounds cooler, not gonna lie. Nvidia should have hired you for branding. Is Warframe fun? For a while, yes. And after that, it's psychological terror. I will do later, I guess, since I'm still eating. No problem. G or Ember got that drip drip. Yeah, I mean, of course it's subjective, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say all of my frames got the drip. Seems like it's new war thing, so can't. In your opinion, what's the best frame DE has released in the past 2 years? I've got to say it's a mix with Wisp, Gauss, and Sevagoth. Wisp and Gauss were released in the past 2 years? Nah, Wisp has got to be older. Wisp has got to be older. I'd say from the more recent frames, probably Wisp. Not Wisp, sorry. Well, her too, but not from recent. Sevagoth. Although Sevagoth is like Saren or Ember or a lot of frames. A lot of frames have this issue. They are hopelessly overpowered. You know? You cannot have fun with them or have creative builds with them on regular star chart. There's no way. I mean, you're level 20 enemies. What? I'll show you guys something real quick. I'll re-invite you in a sec, man. Don't worry.
The multitude of creatures you have immortalized would cry.
Gauss is that speedy boy. Gauss is a dope frame. I think Drifter is low on drip. That is true. That's because the Drifters by default look like Madonna. Warframe is fun for 1,000 hours. After that, it's just getting all the Warframes and weapons, waiting for new content. I wouldn't even argue that Warframe is fun for 1,000 hours. Warframe is fun for as long as you feel like you have an objective. Then it might be fun. Okay. Standard enemies in Warframe are let's go with the middle. It's not even the middle. Level 30. Just a peasant ability. And they're already hurt. Look at him. He's hurt. He's hurt. What happens if I do this? So those are kind of like the average enemies that you play against, and that's not even when you consider weapons and all that other shit that you can use against them. They're just so incredibly weak. So incredibly weak that with a frame that is very, very powerful, like outlandishly powerful, you just can't really enjoy yourself. Like Saren. Saren, you can go to Mott and Saren with Saren and just kind of like stand there like... Or Inaros, oh my god. Just standing in the middle of the steel path like this here. So, anyway, Nightmare Frame really doesn't like me. Have you heard? And the butcher's in there sweating and shit like, you just died. And Naros, I really don't know what I've done to Nightmare Frame. Perhaps it's my hideous design, or perhaps it's because I do the Daruda Sandstorm. Surely you've heard of it. No, a song goes a little like this. And so on, etc., etc. And the butcher's like,
Ordis is how angry. I may require maintenance after all.
Wisp is 2019, I think. Okay. Alright, thought so. There's literally no way a DE can do any challenging content without nerfing majority of the frames. Take Gauss for example. With right setup, you are mortal, have 100% armor strip, and hard CC with cold. You can have that with most of the frames. I don't agree. Warframe, or not Warframe, but DE can very much make challenging content without nerfing anybody. Because nerfing sucks. This game is a power fantasy game. I don't care what anybody else says. This game, part of the fun in this game is being able to look at 50 enemies running at you, fully armored and look heavy and bulky, and you just kind of do like, and they're dead, right? That is part of the reason why Warframe is enjoyable, okay? The problem is that DE needs to get away from this lunatic idea that increasing that little number above the enemy's heads does anything. This game was released in 2013, okay? Hear my words very carefully for a second. The game has been a thing since 2013. And since 2013 or 14, us Tenno have had the ability to completely melt level cap enemies. Level cap is 9,999, okay? That is a level cap, and we have had the ability to obliterate those. And yet, somehow, over the past 4, I think, years it's been now or something, DE has been doing the following things. Okay, Tenno, we got some really difficult content coming at you. It's gonna be really challenging and really offer you something to do. It's called Sortie, and the thing that happens is the enemies, they don't start at level 30, they start at level 50. And they can, in the third stage, go to level 100. Boom! And us Tenno were like, but I kill level 9,999 easily. What do you mean level 100? In the third stage, what? Then a couple months later, all right, Tenno, we heard you. Players, they're obliterating everything. We need to get rough now, man. We need to get really rough. Arbitrations, level 80 enemies. Enjoy, you little shits. And us Tenno were like, that's lower than Sortie though. And then DE was like, yeah, but hold on. The enemies have bots around them that make them invulnerable. And us Tenno were like, so we shoot the bots and then the little drones and then we can kill them? So they have like complete damage mitigation? Yeah. Cool. Okay. That might be kind of alright, I guess. Maybe we'll have to check it out. What happened in arbitrations? You shoot a bot, it explodes, and the very explosion of the bot kills all the enemies. Couple months later, alright guys, we got it. We got some really super difficult content coming for you. It's called Sanctuary Onslaught. And no, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. We also got Elite Sanctuary Onslaught for the hardcore 10-0. What enemy level are we doing? Are they even smarter? Are they doing anything new? Nope. Nope, they ain't doing nothing new. But the enemy level is where it's at. What enemy level do they have? About 80. Where's the difficulty? Oh, they're much, much faster. There's just way more and they never end. Destroy that. And then they took a leap of faith and said, let's do Steel Path. Steel Path is every regular level from the regular star chart plus 100. Now y'all are going against level 145 enemies right off the gate. And we were like, okay, well, still not 9,999, so I don't really see. My weapons are geared toward killing 9,999. I don't know what you're talking about with these Steel Path knuckleheads being 150. I mean, I'm no pro at math. I'm not a mathematician or a scientist or anything, but pretty sure that 150 is way lower than 9,999. And D was like, hold on now. We also buffed their damage resistances, and that was brilliant. Baby! Ah! They also buffed the damage resistances, and that was good, and that was clever. That felt really nice, too. Hello there. Hello. Welcome back. Actually, it's been around since 2012. Was it? Well, yeah, I think it was a thing in 2012. This is a fair take. That's kind of my thing. It's kind of what I do. Yakub, hello. Clip, please, someone. What the hell? Where's your? Where? Ah, gotcha. All right, you ready to take this off? Help me out. There you go. There you go. Good man. Survey would have us believe raids are coming out. Yeah. Yeah, it would. It would be nice, too. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yep. There you go. There you go. You're free. So glad I clicked on this stream. Am I wrong, though? No, like, can someone please try to explain the logic? You have a player base that can get to the highest level enemies that your system can take, that your system can code, okay? 9,999. You have a player base that frequently destroys that level. And then you have, I guess I have to say, the balls. Don't chew on that. You can hurt yourself on that, little man. No, not this one. No, yeah, it's not tasty either. It's not tasty either. You know this, you're aware of this, and then you have the balls to show up live on a stream and be like, here's our new difficult content, but we're not going to change anything about the enemy AI. We're just going to up the enemy level by 20 points. 20 points? Level 60 enemies? I think my Lotto one-shots them in the head. Level 20 enemies or something. Jizo Jr. ready to hardcore gameplay. Yeah, the golden child. Yes, indeed. Can you leave my chain alone? What are you, a thug? Are you a gangster? Is that what's up? Uh-oh, Baby Bear makes his entrance, indeed. Cutie. Cutie. Do you believe the helmet system is necessary? That's a good question. Well, before the helmet was released, I would have said, no, it's not necessary. And it's a terrible idea, too. But now that it has been a thing for a while, and I can clearly see that a lot of Tenno have had a good time with the helmet, which is, you know, the goal of video games. Video games are supposed to be fun. I don't know if you guys heard, but video games are supposed to be fun, not side jobs. And the Hellmans seem to have brought a lot of fun to a lot of players. So, mission accomplished, I guess. So I can't say that it's unnecessary. Still a terrible idea, though. Needs to invest in enemy quality as opposed to quantity and scaling. If you did the survey that we did recently, and you paid close attention, there was some questions toward that direction. And in the last dev stream, they also talked about it a little bit. They also mentioned that they're looking to, with the whole Eximus rework and stuff like that, they want to make... They seem to finally have picked up on the idea that enemy level means literally absolutely nothing. And that's something that I've been mentioning in my videos for a very, very long time. Baby Ashy Sogi 1 Kenobi, lol. Jizo spawn rates increasing. Jizo, how you feel about the potential Eximus changes? I'll know when I see him and play him. Because so far, everything that DE thought was going to be a challenge was laughable. So, to me, it doesn't matter what they say or what they mention about the enemy reworks and stuff like that. It's going to be completely irrelevant until I actually play against them and feel like, oh shit, these guys are different. We have level 145 enemies, basically. Hello again, Jizo. Sorry I wasn't able to stay in the Discord chat from your stream last night. No problem. Had to jump off. I wanted to chill and chat, but still Netflix. No, anyways. But still had to work on the house construction. Still, it's red. Why, hello. I mean, the best thing they could do is implement something similar to Eidolons. Mini Eidolons would be cool. Sure, we can one-shot their limbs, but they are still challenging and require some work. I disagree. Eidolons are not challenging at all. They're incredibly simple. The only thing challenging about an Eidolon hunt is timing. That's all. The build is... When you have the build, you have the build. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a gun, pulling the trigger isn't difficult. You do like this, and it shoots, right? But maybe, you know, acquiring it and getting the license and all that shit, that might be the hard part. Same thing with Eidolons. Getting prepared for them and have the builds and stuff like that and finding your way to having the right timing, that's all it is. There is no difficulty there, though. What would be cool for Eidolon hunting, and I hope for Eidolon hunters as well, is if the Eidolons would kind of change it up randomly. So either every couple of weeks the Eidolons change, maybe different versions of them, like maybe more spider-shaped ones, or that just have different behaviors and stuff like that. And I mean, think about it. There are a lot of different ways you can have an enemy behave mechanically. Think of Devil May Cry bosses, for example. You know? Or God of War bosses. There's so many different ways you can implement something that feels like a boss fight that's a large enemy, like an Eidolon, for example. And taking away the player's ability to fully prepare, that's challenging. It's one aspect of challenge that you could make happen. But more so, I would prefer something that requires coordination, like the raids. Make no mistake, the raids from back in the day that DE removed for dumb reasons, those raids were not the best game modes on the planet. No veteran will tell you they were the best, because they weren't. But they did have the perfect recipe for something that can make for a challenging experience. Because in raids, you could go there with your Gloom Wukong and your Red Cringe Cronin and whatever meta weapons and loadouts you use, and it meant nothing. Sure, the enemies that spawned there would die very effectively. Sure, you would survive very effectively, but that's not how you beat the raid. You had to work with your team. Timing was of the essence. If one person fucks up, it ruins it for everybody. So you had to work together and not be a solo ramble like, I'm an Arrows, I don't need to bother. Fuck you. I don't need you, you know? There were puzzles in there, so you needed your brain as well. The puzzle was different. It was unique every time. You know, these kinds of things. And it took you through these 3 different stages that were very different. The first one was more team coordination, get from here to there very quickly and help each other out, get through the doors, blah blah blah. and do like a coordinated assault one by one on different areas. The second part was a babysitting mission, the hijack mission, where you had to make sure that the rail was clear, otherwise it would damage the thing that you were hijacking, and if it gets damaged, you're fucked. Mission failed. It had risk, because if you failed the raid, you didn't get shit. Even if you failed at the very end, final boss, you're trying to kill Vahek, and he manages to down everybody with his laser strike from outer space, which you can counter. If you don't pay attention, though, he will laser your ass with it, right? Even if you die at the very end and you already dropped some stuff, everything's lost. That's called risk versus reward, by the way. You know, the usual typical game design. And those raids had those kinds of elements, though not perfect, but they were there. And that's completely wiped off the map in Warframe's landscape today. What games are supposed to be fun? Cyberpunk, for example. Gloom on the 3 Wukong mains in my lobby is not fun. No, it ain't. It's also stupid. Someone in my clan told me to use Gloom Mesa. As a Mesa main, I felt truly offended. Understandable. So dead in player count? No. Dead in content? Yes. Yeah, I mean, Warframe isn't all that good with the player count either. You can compare it on the Steam chart with any other successful game, and they're all doing way better. And you also, if you look at their history, how long have they been around and how are they doing now? Their player base is doing like this here, slightly going up or even going up a lot. Warframe goes up and then goes back down to almost nothing. Goes up, goes way back down to nothing. Why? Big hyped up updates that last for an hour and then you're bored again. That's why. I'm noob at the game. How do fast Oxium IO? Go to IO on Jupiter, I think it was. I think it was Jupiter. All right, before we lose our minds here, let's get into something. Your butcher impersonation needs work. No, it doesn't. It's perfect. All right, let's go with what should I use? What secondary should I use? It's not gonna matter because I'm not gonna use it very much anyways, but. Take a good look at Destiny 2's dungeon. Great mechanics and really fun content. I'm sure that we can take elements out of probably even hundreds of other games, the way they do the challenging content, and just, you know, use those elements of, like, why is a game challenging? What makes a game challenging? Spamming E isn't one of them. Bullet jumping isn't one of them. Rolling every 7 seconds isn't one of them, you know? Think about the Nihil boss fight. How many people got so mad at Nihil? It's too hard, D, nerf, oh my fucking god, why you do this? Are you kidding me? All you had to do to not die against Nihil was hop. Hop up in the air. In this ninja, space ninja, high mobility, high-speed game, all you had to do was hop in the air to not die, and people complained that this slow, big boss that had one attack was too difficult. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Did you guys see the stats? Warframe player base is crazy, man. Not bad, but crazy. And it's getting more and more easy with each update. The question is, why? Casuals. That's why. Instant gratification, instant reward. That's why. What are you gonna do, Jizo? I might join. I'm going to try to get some holo keys. Use the lotto. The lotto? Alright. I'll take this one, though. Alright, I could take the dual one, too. I don't care. Wait a minute, I'm done eating. Alright, cool. Heyo, how is everybody? Hello, Command. Did you guys see that shit? The stats? You see the Warframe stats? Pathetic. Disgusting. I'm going to make a video about that too, but it's going to make the Warframe player base mad. It's going to make DE mad too, I think, maybe. It's not a mean video. It's just some facts. Some disgusting facts. That I am going to make a little bit of fun about, but still the point is valid, even though I'm taking a piss at it. It's still a valid point. And, yeah. That should be fun. Bet I'm down for some Hollow Key farm. Alright, DM me in game. My IGN is Cephalon _ Jizo. The C and the G and the J are capitals. Stats were funny. Last night I was in kicked me for being a limbo main. This player base is brain dead. That is pretty fucking stupid, yes. Players just need their faces clapped from time to time. Yeah, maybe. It's not a meme, but I'm gonna meme the shit out of it, he said. I said, mean. Alright, Arnab, are you here yet? Or are you going to do like our squad mate did in the beginning of Apex stream yesterday? Oh, right, that's what I wanted to ask earlier. I'm sorry, I kind of digressed and got lost in other things. Who of you here are here for your first stream? So, aka you don't watch my Twitch streams. If you are here for your first stream on YouTube or whatever, you don't frequent my Twitch streaming, please type yes or me or whatever. I bet Daddy Jizo clap me any day. Hot. Yes, I did the name change recently. Oh, okay. Me, yes, one, me, first time. Wow. Me, I am. Holy shit, quite a few. That's kind of nice. Kind of nice. Me, yes, me. Wow. Another one, and another one. Viewer count goes. Yes, me, damn. That's a lot of you. How many viewers do we have right now? I can't see it. I don't have the screen. Oh wait, do I have it here? Do I have a screen here that will tell me how many people are here right now? I think so. I believe yes. If it would load, about 100. Okay. And based off of all of these me's, a good third of you. Yeah, about a third of you are here for the first time. Nice. Okay, cool. Now I guess it would be great to know or remember why I asked that in the first place, because I was going to go somewhere with it. Oh well, anyway. I usually on my Twitch streams, I stream 3 times a week on Twitch, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I guess we can call it I keep it real, okay? As you may have noticed by now, or maybe you noticed from the channel videos, I don't think it comes across as strongly as during a live stream, of course. But I have no bad intentions, right? I don't want the game to fail. I don't want DE to lose. I don't want to hurt the player base. I want the game to thrive. I want the player base to be happy. And I want DE to get rich, okay? If they can, right? And I believe that the only way to do all of those things at the same time is to simply develop a game that is so good that players can't stop playing it or don't want to stop playing it. Make the player base happy and you will be a happy dev studio. That is my opinion, okay? So it makes me angry when I see game developers, not just Digital Extremes, just generally, make really, really dumb decisions, right? It just makes me mad. Regardless of that, though, I'm not going to censor my thoughts. I will say things the way they are, or the way I see them. And when something is not so great, then I will say it is not so great. But when something is, say, fucking trash, I will say it is fucking trash. And I won't care if for some sensitive snow crystals out there saying the F word and trash is too harsh. I don't care. If it's accurate, then that's what I'm going to call it. You know what I mean? And vice versa too. If something's amazing, I will call it that as well. It's just I'm not going to censor myself to accommodate other people's excessive sensibilities, you know? And that doesn't sit right with some people sometimes. And that's okay. Alrighty, rank 11s. Can you guys even Can you guys even do these storms? We're about to get annihilated, watch. Okay, so I hear you get the most out here. but that's skirmish. Oh, I don't have that unlocked yet. Well, fine. Do I want to do the normal one? Whatever. Let's just go die. It doesn't matter. Watch you on Twitch, so my first YouTube stream with you. Hi. You should do more on YouTube. Why? Why, Godfather? Please elaborate. When do you do a live stream in Warframe? What? When do you do live stream in Warframe? Never. The silent viewer base loves you whether you know it or not. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like more people show me that they don't like me for whatever reasons than people that do.
Batten down the hatches.
New update, Warframe roleplay. Oh god. So a few days ago I ended up trying out Naturuk with Zephyr and Nidus. It's quite fun to use. Yeah, I know. I know, it's disgusting. Oh. Oh. Why hello there, boo. Why hello there. Cutie pie! Cutie pie! I don't know what to say when you shake the shit like that. Hey. Get your booty back here. Come here. Alright, cool, you can pilot, I don't mind. Whee! Let's shoot something! Damn, for a second I thought I was in weird Apex mode because I wanted to use push to talk to tell my squad to target the same thing. Wait a minute, what's this shaking shit? What? Why do I have camera shake? I am fairly certain that I turned off camera shake shit. No, we don't have anything. Let's try. Let's see if this here works this way.
Launch technique. Looks like a party. We're near dry dock. They are working on something.
Whoops.
I want to
There
know
we go.
what.
That's right.
Infiltrate. Derelict spotted. Your call. You know what you can and get a cover. Remember what happened last time.
Yikes. What is this laggy stuff here? What is going on?
Hull breach. We are breaking apart. Immediate repairs.
The snow crystal thing. We got not this visual diarrhea of particles, but they're so good! You need to appreciate the animations, man, don't you know? Don't be mean.
Caution.
Hi, Ping.
Aboard that vessel.
I really use Twitch, but I keep up with the YouTube stuff and watch your channel quite a bit. Beautiful. Yeah, well, I mean, that makes sense. Well, then you should be happy for the future. You should be fairly happy for the future because in the future what I'm going to be doing is streaming on YouTube on Sundays, like now. Albeit not as long as on Twitch, possibly. I might do an hour or two or maybe 4. Basically for as long as I can tolerate Warframe. I'm sorry, but if that sounds a little bit mean or whatever, but you have to keep in mind I have done everything in Warframe 1,000 million trillion times. Everything that I find remotely fun, I have done 1,000 billion million times. And I need something that doesn't feel like a waste of time, you know? And Warframe doesn't give that to me at the moment. So the only things that I can do are survivals, and I love survivals, but I don't want to do them every day for hours and hours and hours, you know? I'll do a survival from time to time for, I don't know, as long as I feel like, an hour, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You know, so for me, it's difficult to stream 4 hours of Warframe on, let's say, YouTube. So since YouTube is an extracurricular stream for me anyway, I'm just going to stream for as long as I want, pretty much. You know. So as soon as I'm no longer in the mood for Warframe, I'm going to get off of it. What I am probably going to do though is share my Apex gameplay on Discord again. So I get into a Discord call and I just stream so that, you know, the randoms that join in there from our server, that they can actually see what's happening and kind of participate on, you know, what's going on the screen and whatnot. Okay. So yeah, if you guys would like to join that, perhaps, feel free to do so. That'll be after this stream because I'm in such a mood to play Apex. Oh my god, Apex has been going very well lately. Guys outside, you gotta destroy the thing. Hunting. What's today's poison? Today's poison? Void storms.
I want to read its logs. Maintain anti-fire cover. They are about to break. Unwelcome visitors inbound. Prepare to repel.
Destroy these here first. Yikes.
Acquired. We know people who can.
Oh man, look at all these ships that we gotta destroy, man. This is like fly swat. Okay, where's the thing? Oh, that's done. Okay, well, cool. Well, let's do this then. I got an exam tomorrow. Just wanted to come by and get my mind off things. Yeah, we got here quick. Get my mind off things. Hoping to catch another live stream on Twitch or something. Beautiful. Well, even though you're probably gone already by now, I do wish you the best of luck with your exams. I hope you do well and pass everything beautifully. The animations! Yeah. Gotta appreciate those animations. What is, y'all free ninjas? Y'all think y'all unappreciative bastards? Y'all need to appreciate the animations.
There it is. Blast that radiator.
Blast that radiator. Didn't I expose that shit moments ago already?
Good job.
I feel like I did.
Return to duty.
Feels pretty cool to hang around here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love to hear it. Alright. You know what? I'm going to go. Oh shit. Burning out all my energy here. Jesus. Didn't even notice that I was all the way up there.
Radiators destroyed.
Let's see here.
Go for
Where's the next cruise ship? Whoa.
Key components marked. Destroy them.
Why?
Ship killer platform neutralized.
Is anybody clipping this? Everybody has the same lag problem. This is not what a quality product looks like. You know what does look like a quality product though? This shirt, Peasant Army shirt, hell yeah. Get yourself 20 of these bitches on my store, advertise at the top of the screen. Thank you very much. At least we get one positive thing out of that. Shameless plug. Finish him. Anyway. Alright, so is the mission cucked now, or can we do something? Bug frame! I might Lich move to Railjack, but I don't have the required level 5 intrinsics and a Railjack neither, since I never played it and I don't want to farm my own ship. But then, how I kill Lich? You're fucked. That's a new trick. Happening to me every day. I do a ton of Railjack. Really? Yikes. This is... Oh, I can't recall back to the ship because the game thinks I'm in the ship. Jizo, nice plug, lol. I know, right? Welcome to WarFrame, everybody. You know, the thing is, I'm not bothered by bugs, okay? Bugs happen. It's okay. They're not intentional. They're whoopsie daisies in video game development. Fair. Totally okay. I understand that. But by God, when you have a game that has existed for 8 fucking years, and every shit you put in the game has the same fucking bugs for years, and they never seem to get fixed. Not just any kind of bugs like, haha, funny visual glitches or something like that. No, but mission-breaking bugs, then honestly just stop making video games. Just stop it. I hate this so much. This is the sad state of Warframe. What are you doing? How does this exist for 2 years and you still get game-breaking bugs? And force it onto players, no less. This is one of those instances that makes me mad. It makes me angry.
Consider this and improve. Come on home.
Thank you, Warframe, for that plug assist. That is correct. No, seriously though, get yourself some of my shirts. They're good. Well, the V-neck at least. I have the V-neck, I have the tank top, I have the sweater too. Those sweaters, they don't fuck around. They're really warm. They're really, really warm. The hoodies, very nice. I have some more subtle ones too, for those of you who might not like to have a big yellow baby head caterpillar face printed on you. I get that, and that's okay. I do have some way more subtle ones. They're called the Nyx collection, because, you know, darkness, dark stuff. Tell the others not to open the tactical menu. It's bugged. Great. I think Luyam is survival. Alright, let's go there. Where is Lulam? Where is that place? You know what? You find it. Rip, no void storm. It's finished. Rip. Alright, well, let's find a different one then. So this is endgame? That's crazy. Yeah. Do YouTube clips count same as Twitch clips in the Discord? Wait, what do you mean? Use tactical menu and teleport inside the ship. Too late now. Alright, let's zoom out and maybe do this one, I suspect. Skirmish. Good old D. On Pluto, survival. Pluto, huh? Yes. Yes, I am not mad at that. I am not mad at that at all. Love my Railjack. I need 3 more missions until I can kill my cool lick. Why? Why do you want to kill your lick? Maybe you wanted to play Resident Evil on Twitch? Yes. Shit, I could actually stream that as well on Discord. It's like not an official stream, it's literally me just hanging out with the Discord peeps while I'm playing something, sometimes with the Discord peeps too. I used to do that a lot. 2 years ago or so, I used to do that every day, every official Twitch stream even. I would even go into the BRB screen and go use the bathroom or go cook dinner or whatever and leave the Discord voice call live on Twitch. And the peeps in the Discord, they were just entertaining Twitch chat in the meantime. It was great. It was really, really great. It was amazing because I didn't have to worry about anything. I did not have to worry that the peeps from our Discord server would somehow get me banned. No worry at all. There was never any issue, ever. Absolutely beautiful Ashisogi community. Love them. Don't tell anybody I said that, though, because, you know, I'm a mean Cephalon, and all I do is trash talk the game and the devs and the player base and everything. Can't have them thinking otherwise. Hell no. I got a reputation to uphold. I would actually love to watch Resident Evil 7. Ah, damn. It's a little late. I done played Resident Evil 7 and 8. Both of them on stream. Played in their entirety and beaten on stream. One of my favorite clips and favorite gaming moments actually happened in Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was a comedy. My god, did we have fun. Is there anybody here that was there and watched the Resident Evil 7 streams? Do you guys remember that? God damn, did we have a good time. I'm Batman. So when a dude steps out of the burning car and I thought he was dead and he says the most iconic thing any game villain has ever said after going into his first reveal of his "this ain't even my final form." He steps out of the burning car and says, "Look what you did now, motherfucker." Oh my god, it was so good. I loved that. It was hilarious.
Detecting void energy accumulation.
Got an envoy for 47% toxin and ephemera today. Ooh, an ephemera too? Beautiful. Nice, congrats. Alright. Is this a chunky? No, that's a nidus. Alright, well, it'll work. Not the same. Let's do this too. Oh shit, someone's DMing me? What's up? Invite me later if you want. Yeah, sure, I can. Jizo Tsundere? Don't tell nobody.
Send the red slips in.
I destroyed the thing. Why didn't? Whatever. Are we going to blow them up, or should I go in there? I'll go in. I'll go in. I like using the slingshot. Slingshot is a cool feature, I think. I like. Oh no, wait.
I want boots on the deck.
I want floofs on the deck. You guys heard that too, right? She's clearly said floofs. Clearly. Clearly. I heard it, you heard it, we all heard it. Except the truth. Whoops, no, I don't want to go to the finger. I don't care, I'll blow myself up, yeah. What?
Conflict is escalating. I want another cruise ship on the field.
Okay,
Torpedoes
go up here now.
Target
What am I, 7 out of 10? Wow, that was quick.
Fire alert resolved.
We just are wholesome. Yeah, it's true. I mean, nah. Fucking peasants, and shit.
Storm is becoming more severe.
I knew it! Damn it, I missed him! I do have some, remedies of those streams, I think, on, YouTube, though.
Fighters, launch. That railjack can't hold out forever.
Why didn't I do this thing, anyway, just now? Jeez, that's weird. Gotcha. Let's see here. Priority targets, destroy cruise ships. Oh, that was... Oh, yeah, we're at low level, that's why.
Torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
targeting way so weird. Yes, junk.
Exercise caution.
Really bad. They're so ugly. Yes. They're so ugly. Did you like the story of Resident Evil 7 and the direction of the game is going?
They are expecting you.
No, not really.
Stand by to salvage the remains.
What's stupid? Why would they put that behind there?
No disembarking.
I don't like the whole thing with Ethan. I think Ethan is a whiny wuss, and I don't like the story about him and how the whole thing seems to be and yada yada. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me and very not Resident Evil. Though generally the idea of telling Resident Evil stories now as these mini horror stories and moving away from, you know, traditional zombie stuff, I'm not super mad at that. That's okay. What I would kind of like to see though is some, like a Resident Evil. I don't want to say remake because most of the remakes are really bad, but like
Take them down.
kind of like back to its origins. Go back to like the original Resident Evils, how they were with the zombies and all. You know, slow zombies, and you have the tank control movements and stuff like that. There's evidence out there that tank controls can still work beautifully in video games today. And the best example is Tormented Souls. Tormented Souls is a game that was made by a actual small dev company. And their goal, they came out of the woodworks and openly said, hey man, we kind of want to make a game that reminds of the old original horror games with tank controls and puzzles and everything. And just with, you know, a modern take on it with you know, modern graphics and stuff. And I was like, I love the idea, but this is going to go very badly. I decided to get the game because it was very cheap. Full price is $20. Still is on Steam for $20, by the way, at full price. And I downloaded it, and I guess I kind of suspected to be disappointed. And wait, where is that dude? Is it this way? And as I played it, I think it took but 5 minutes or so, and I was in love with the game. I was like, holy shit, this game is so good. And until this day, it is one of my favorite games. It is exactly like Resident Evil 1, 2, or 3, or Silent Hill 1 or 2, or Clock Tower, all those classic horror games. It's exactly like those. Turok, exactly like those, just with modern graphics. And it is, at the same time, its own identity. You know, it's not a clone. It is its own identity. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Oh my god. You guys are fans of those older classic horror games that get Tormented Souls. Trust me, you'll love it. Unlike that other garbage trash that is a wannabe Tormented Souls, what's that one called? Them versus Us or something. It's the same thing but bad.
I want torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
Dominate brain dead zombies. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Get off the freight linker transport and into the ram
Never had
sites
any
now.
problems besides the catch mode.
Tenno deployed.
Wait, are we already ready? Deployment stuff.
Escalating. Stabilizing.
Oh, looks like it. Oh, we bumping uglies with the other ship. We're bumping uglies with the mothership. Ugh. Anyway,
Torpedoes primed. Stand
look
by.
at this looks like a meme with a train and a tunnel.
Boarding operation successful. Sending full away crew.
Just saying.
5,
2 hours and it feels like it's been ages. I honestly prefer Twitch over YouTube in my preference. Yeah, understandable. Understandable. Twitch does, for now, have more options for streamer viewer engagement and everything. Okay? And YouTube isn't made for streaming yet. They are moving in that direction. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do. But YouTube does have the power to murder Twitch if they want to. I don't know why they haven't already, but we do know that in 2022 they're going to make some moves in that direction. You know?
Those Tenno. Any damage they cause will be deducted from your salary.
Look for personal life support modules dropped by fallen enemies.
Ah, it's Crit. Ah, hello, Critchit. Hello. Thank you for adding your Twitch name in brackets too, so I can actually recognize. That's nice. Thanks. Yeah. It's Sunday, so Sunday is going to be henceforth going to be a YouTube stream day. And exclusively Warframe. Sundays will always be Warframe. I will never stream, well, I don't want to say never, but I will very likely never stream anything else on YouTube. Unless I'm streaming to another channel of mine on YouTube. Then yes, but otherwise no. Damn it, why won't you let me help you? Take it to the limit. Have you played Stalker before? To be fair, I should say no, but I think the answer is actually yes. I think I got my hands on Stalker at some point a long time ago. Years ago probably, and I played it for a few moments and didn't like it and moved on. So that's not a very fair way to assess an old ass game like Stalker. So I'll say I played it for 2 minutes. I didn't like it and moved on. I didn't give it a fair chance. Actual small dev company, so just like DE, huh, Kappa? Exactly. The small poor indie company that needs Patreon to fund development. Do you guys know the game Bright Memory? Do you guys know that game Bright Memory? By any chance? Definitely counts artists as employees. We know why fashion is actually endgame, and that includes the monetization. Most art is visual anyway. Warframe DVDs aren't small. They make 190 million in 2019. That isn't a small studio profit. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. But tell that to the Warframe fanatics. You know, there's nothing wrong with liking Warframe or being a Warframe fan, and I know the word fan is derived from fanatic, but we can make a distinction culturally between fanatic and fan. I think that's fairly obvious. There's nothing wrong with being a Warframe fan, all good, but Warframe fanatics are kind of moronic. I don't understand them. I really don't understand this species of human. Who here has seen my latest video, the dev stream recap video? Which one of you has seen that video? For those of you who have seen it, I want to ask, did anybody think that was offensive, or like I was bashing DE or the game, or in any way, shape, or form negative? Was that a negative hate video? For those of you who have seen it. One dev game? Yes. Well, I mean, Bright Memory, the new one, that that one is a couple more, but not many more. It's a handful of devs that made that game, and when you look at it, you're like, yikes. A handful of people made this? Sheesh. And it makes you wonder what other companies are doing. Remember yesterday we had been talking about your rally seed wrap? Your rally crap, I'm guessing? So today I survived 9:30 in Mott with her. What is 9:30? I see the first impression of the game is always low. Many recommend playing it with mods. Thanks for the response, Jizo. Shit, no problem. That's what I'm here for, man. That's why I like streaming. Being able to have that more direct connection with you guys. That's why I stream. So, yeah. Yeah, back when I tried it, I didn't know anything about PCs or modding or whatever, so that went by me completely. I do have the new Stalker on my wish list, though. I am watching it. I'm looking out for it. I want to see what's going to happen. No, of course not. Not at all. Nah, your videos are alright. Kinda is just more funny in its own way. Yeah, sure, fair. Well, anyways, on that video, I got a comment. You could probably find it. That video doesn't have many comments, not too many comments, so you should be able to find that. Where this one guy said, "Man, all you doing is hating," and then explained some, I don't know, some kind of convoluted dribble that I don't really know what he's trying to say, but the message was that all I do is hate, and I'm attacking DE. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I just called him a Bloom Wukong as a response anyways. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like, sometimes it really feels like, as a content creator, or no, not even as just a content creator specifically, but as a player of WarFrame, sometimes in some areas, it feels like, unless you say everything DE does is bloody brilliant, and I would suck off everything that they do any day of the week if I'd have a chance. If you say anything less than that, you're a hater. Which is, of course, ridiculous, but it's just this weird thing I've noticed. And I haven't seen that vid. I did watch your stream yesterday, though. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, it's just a recap of the dev stream and some thoughts along with it. It's a fairly light video, though, I have to say. I mean, the dev stream was light, too, but still. What you gonna do with that shield, man? Yeah, you're gonna die from the heat. Why bother with you? Can you explicitly state you weren't attacking anyone?
Life support activated.
Yep. Apparently in 2022 that doesn't matter. Are you using Czar in shotgun or boom boom? Sometimes this, sometimes that, depends on the situation. You played any of the Metro games? Yes, I have. I have not played the newest one, although I do own it, and I played the first one? I think it was the first one, a little bit, and I wasn't too much of a fan. I can't say that it's bad, it just wasn't my thing. I preferred Fear 2, for example. But I have to leave after this one, alright. No, that bit wasn't offensive, okay? I used to be a WarFrame fanatic. Thank God that YouTubers like you, Raytius, YouTubers, and the others give me that big slap in the head. Well, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Nothing negative, though, I can tell you that much. I don't feel negative about it, but
That's it.
I mean, on one hand, it's kind of nice when people can be in a blissful oblivion where they're just not aware. You know, if you're having fun with WarFrame and in your mind WarFrame is the best thing that has ever been created in the digital world ever, then good for you. You know, you must have a very, very happy life. And, you know, life is already hard enough. Might as well, you know, encourage people to love stuff and have their joy, you know? On the other hand, though, Warframe has a vicious cycle. It always has a very strong player base that is fanatical, and they're damaging the game in more ways than one. And on the other end, you have an ever-growing demographic of players that start to hate the game and start to hate the devs out of frustration, disappointment, feeling used and abused to some extent, and different reasons and stuff like that. And that I guess will always happen with almost any game, I guess, but it's quite clearly visible the dangerous dynamic of Warframe in particular. The player base that fangirls about the game no matter what they do and thinks that everything is perfect and great and hunky-dory and whatever, that player base is always the same size, right? They enter the game as noobs with curiosity, and then they become potentially fanatics. They stay fanatics for a little while, and then they evolve into those very haters because they get to the point where they start to see it too. And that player base is always the same size. Let's say 30,000, right? So there are always 30,000 people that have a diluted opinion or perception of the game and are damaging the game in like, for example, giving bad feedback as in like, no, DE, it's okay, a bug or two is fine, when the game is riddled with bugs and has been for years, yada yada. And then the other player base keeps on growing. The ones that hate. They keep on growing and growing and growing, and that's just not healthy. Advanced tools internally as mainstream engines like Unreal. Didn't DE create Unreal? I think DE made Unreal, they just lacked the resources to finish it up or something like that, and then sold it to Epic. Something like that, or outsourced, I'm not sure. Something like that. Warframe fanboys still think DE Reb gonna let them hit that if they hardcore sim. Yeah, I know, I find that very, very cringy. Very, very, very cringy. Did we actually drop any hollow key at all? Hold on. Hold on a minute. I don't know about you, but I don't see any hollow keys. Alright, let's end the mission. Let's end the mission. Good music choice, my man. Thank you. Glad you like it. What is your opinion on maybe Raid Return and maybe Werewolf Warframe? Werewolf Warframe, I don't care. Simply because it's going to be yet another Warframe that is either going to be fun to play or not so fun to play. And that Warframe will, like all Warframes, destroy everything in this very, very easy game. Even if they have a fun theme to them. So I don't really care, because that's not really going to do anything for me. It's not going to change anything game-wise or make the game better. And as for raids making a return, I'm excited about that, and I would very much love to see it, but I'm also a little bit worried, because literally every single thing that DE has done where they claimed that it was going to be difficult turned out to be laughable. No challenge at all. Except, no, that's not true. Except the Nihil boss fight. That wasn't challenging, but that had, some typical boss kind of vibe to it. The game sound is a bit loud. There we go. A bit hard to hear you. Yeah, no problem. I can fix it. What's up, LKS? You get holo key at the end of extraction. Okay, that's why I said let's extract. Well, it did hit my memory like, wait a minute. What's that? What? They did what? What are we talking about? They did what? With where? When? I know about DE making the first Unreal Tournament, but not Unreal Engine. They did not make the first Unreal Tournament, but they were working on it. I don't hate Warframe. I really love this game, but I just don't want this game to drive itself onto the edge, edge of the hill, and be a dead game just because of a couple of brain dead crystals. Same. Very, very, very same. All right, where do we have it now? Or do we actually have to extract too? Well, we didn't get keys. Well, that's the end of my holo key farm for today. I've had quite enough of this shit. Sad. How sad. This is what I don't understand. If I sit here now and say that this game experience, this mission that we just played, these couple of missions, were not enjoyable. We bugged out, we couldn't even finish the game. Then we played something that was just messy particle effects, basically, and we didn't even get the drop that we wanted on a game mode that we arguably don't even like as much as the regular rest of the game, where you're Warframe and, you know, hacking, slashing at enemies, right? For me to sit here and say that wasn't very enjoyable, that's probably not good, you might need to, you know, kind of build on this to make it more enjoyable to a broader audience. How is that hateful? How is that a personal attack? How is that mean? Like, even if a dev is lurking right now, how can they possibly take that in an offensive way? I don't understand it. I don't get that. Just doesn't add up, mate. Just doesn't add up, mate. Alright, let's shake some booty. Love everything about Warframe except the fact that it doesn't ask me for enough mechanical skill. I wish it was less about repeating easy things and more about doing hard things sometimes. Yeah, I would like that too. Maybe not universally for every part of the game, but when it comes to stuff like that where, you know, the game will become more challenging no matter which version of challenge you use, there's always a place that DE could stuff it into as a soft launch and testing area or something. Steel Path. Steel Path is, in a sense, the Game Plus option for Warframe. It is the nightmare mode, so to speak. It is much different than regular StarCraft. Still easy, but much different. Requires the player to actually think about their build a little bit, because unlike in the rest of the game, having a bad or wrong build in Steel Path will actually punish you. But if you have the right build, then again, it's easy. But still, it's that separate area of the game that is the difficult area. Why not stuff all the other difficulty ideas in there? You know, like the AI being different, or hijack missions being specifically different, you know, mechanically and everything. I don't see why this hasn't been capitalized on. The Warframe community makes it very, very clear what they would like to see. And the Warframe community also makes it very, very clear to DE that they care about them deeply, right? That's evident. And we know that on a personal level that people at Digital Extremes, of course, they care about the player base as well. Regardless though, Digital Extremes is a company that wants to make money. They do not care about your feelings, right? And as players, we need to just be realistic and see that we are consumers of the product that they are producing. Still, It makes no sense for them to produce a mediocre product and expect us to love it. Nor are we obligated to love it just because Reb is super sympathetic, or Steve is really, really funny, or nice and approachable, or whatever, you know, or Scott always has the most random funny things that he comes out of the woodworks with. Just suddenly Scott says something that's hilarious, you know? And saying that Digital Extremes is a shitty company is not saying that Scott, Reb, Jeff, the sound guys, or whoever else works there, that they are shitty people. Those are two very, very separate things, right? And I feel like because of DE's nature with their public appearance and their dev streams and playing the empathy card, which is what they're doing, which is also a brilliant business strategy, by the way, evidently. I think that people often forget and lose that out of sight, that there is a difference between the corporate relationship between all of us and the personal relationship. There is a very clear difference. Swagbraham, Onita! Why, hello there, my dude. Guys, if you want to see an up-and-coming YouTuber that does very, very good work and has one of the smoothest voices to listen to, Swagbraham is your man. I'm just saying. Yeah, 25 minutes for nothing is crazy. Yeah, I'm currently trying to farm easy frames, even though I already mastered them for Helminth, so that I can get the Helminth power that finds statuses and medallions to turn this game into Treasure Hunter. You can do that with mods. Yeah, Warframe needs a challenging mode. Game mode is just a modification of filler missions to DE. Yeah, they make filler modes first, and then they add a layer like relics or another bullshit mode. Yeah. Why not have another system that flops the current rules of the damage, except on the head, etc. Jesus, I can't read for shit today. Etc. on the head and be different, more specific. You could do that. Like I said, the Steel Path area. Steel Path could technically be a whole nother solar system with completely different planets. Not in one update in 6 months' time, of course, but slowly. You know, slowly groom Steel Path into, you know, whatever. Why not? It's the perfect place to do it. How's it going, you big cuddly bitch? Alright, Swag, alright. We just wasted the past 40 minutes on Warframe, basically. Not like joke, haha, we wasted our time because we played Warframe. No, we tried to do something in Warframe, and first it bugged and didn't work, and the second time we didn't get a drop. So, yeah, wasted about 40 minutes of time. What, getting stuff for watching a stream is odd, yeah. That's where that comes from, sorry. Watching streams should have no influence on how the game is, because it's not. True. Swag, aka Barry White of gaming? I wouldn't go that far. But yes. Angel of Light, hello. So what are we doing next, Jizo? I honestly don't know. I think I might do a little bit of murmur grind to get toward my Lich a little bit. Then we would have done at least something productive during this riveting gameplay. And at least we'll be a little bit productive. I think that's what I'm going to do. If not that, then I'm going to hop over to Discord, end the stream here on YouTube, and then hop over to Discord and stream my Apex games with the fam over there. Apex has been going very well. Enemies and the player dying easily and quickly sounds like a good balance for a harder version. You kind of get that in Steel Path, though, if you're not accustomed to it. So, business as usual in that game. Yeah. DE doesn't have the focus to actually make a better damage system that's not that's stacked with multipliers or makes the status effects less full on cheats. They're always distracted. I'm not mad at the damage system the way that it is. I'm sure you could improve it quite a bit for, you know, different reasons. But I don't think that that has to take any kind of priority at the moment. You know, there are much, much, much larger fires. You know, much larger fires in the game. If you wanted to work in the game industry or get a job in the gaming industry, how would you go about it? No idea. No idea. I'm an accidental content creator for a living for a few years now. That just I don't know, kind of happened. And my actual profession is construction worker. I have a master's degree in construction. I don't know shit about gaming. No, that's not true. I know a little bit, but how to get into the gaming industry? No idea. Nor will I ever. I have zero skills for it. Except maybe some voice acting and put the motion tech sensors on me and let me do some stuff. That I could do, but that falls into the line of acting, which I'm also experienced with, so. I've been in your Twitch streams. Beautiful. What was your name in the Twitch streams? Oh, never mind. I got it. I'm called Dark Split Slayer. That's a very long name that seems very memorable. I don't recall that name, I think. It could also just be my brain being very lame because the name here that you typed is just, well, lame white. And on Twitch, it's all kinds of crazy colors, so that might have something to do with it. Still waiting for sacrifice mods to be used against sentience game modes, rather than mods that are increasing stats. Still no real sentient threat, unless it's Veil Proxima that is dead as fuck. Yes, yes, right there with you. His actual profession is being cute as fuck. Oh, Swag, did you look in the mirror and decide to comment yourself? Cool. First tip for working in the game industry is never working in the game industry because it's a fucking nightmare. In many cases, I'm pretty sure that is absolutely 100% true. Well, interested in game dev, maybe try 3D sculpting or concept art. That how DE hired some of their talent. They kept posting their portfolio concepts, and that's how they got noticed. But then that kind of begs the question, do you really want to work at Digital Extremes? I'm not saying that Digital Extremes is a bad work environment. I'm fairly convinced that it's a very, very great work environment. But, I mean, it's the company that's hanging on a thread by a game that they accidentally made good. You know? Alright, which one of the knuckleheads had left? Okay, let me invite Rayum first, and then I'll just go through all of these guys here. One of you guys left for dinner. I don't remember which one it was. I'll go to public too. And I think I'm going to get a different weapon now because I'm kind of tired of the Kubazar. What am I going to use? I'm going to use this for the nice sounds. And melee-wise, I'm going to use... You know what? Sure. I'm looking at you, so I might as well grab this one. And I'll use this one because I happen to be looking at that one too. Part-time indie game dev and develop games for fun, but being a one-guy all-rounder might be hard. Depends on what game you want to make. Glassdoor says otherwise, but business environment is best experienced in person. Of course, Glassdoor doesn't seem that negative as a workspace, but Glassdoor does show that DE is incredibly chaotic. They have insane mismanagement. It's not even funny. It's a diluted mess. You hunting liches or sisters? Lich. I have an active lich at the moment, and I need to kind of work toward getting the grappler. Then I'll be done with Kuva weapons again. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Been there, but you barely noticed me from trying to keep up with the comments. Oh, okay. Fair. It is hard to keep up. It is very, very hard to keep up and notice and memorize everyone immediately. Ah, left accidentally. Okay, get your booty back in here. Ah, already joined. Beautiful. I have a lich. Nice. Beautiful. Got room? Sure. Need to be good at art, coding, music, game design, and maybe writing. How would you feel about a werewolf Warframe? Don't care. Don't care about werewolf Warframe. I don't care about any Warframe. New Warframe release. We have almost 50 frames, and they're all capable of destroying everything in the game, so who cares? At this point, Warframes are just new skins that have different particle effects when you press the buttons 1 through 4, more or less. So I can't really get excited for new frames. Do you ever play that? Do you ever play that DE classic Star Trek from 2013? The wiki article says this, I shit you not, it is considered to be one of the worst video games of all time. That's one that I didn't know about, but okay, do you guys mind if we do these kinds of chats here? I have to ask the YouTube crowd because this is kind of how I am and what I like to do when I'm live or interacting with people. I like to have meaningful conversations, and I am not shy to speak through controversial topics. If you don't mind, then we can dive into it. If you would rather just see me brain dead play this game, then I'll just do that. Yareli can't destroy. Also, her quest was, yeah, it wasn't a quest, it was trash. And Yareli does very much wreck. Especially with her augment. I played the previous 3 games from DE just because they were easy to run. I grew up, I grew up pirate, though. You do you, your style is what we are here for. Well, I'm here to entertain you, so... What do you think about the new Warframe update coming on February 9? It's nice. I'm in the test cluster, and I had some hands-on experience. It's beautiful. It looks very pretty. It looks very smooth. It runs very nicely and all that stuff. But beyond that, I don't really have much opinions to form because what am I going to do? Say the game is amazing because there's a new skin coming? Nope. Warframes are sentient. Yes, it seems to be the case, but I'm not sure how the operators use them if they are also sentient. You need to play the sacrifice quest, if you haven't already. Go for it. We can talk about it. Okay. So, on one of this week's streams, I think it was, I mentioned something that is probably a very, very difficult pill to swallow. But it does add up if you kind of follow the breadcrumbs. So, if you take anything in the world that is generally considered good, the music career of musicians, let's say Eminem as a rapper, his music career, or actors like Leonardo DiCaprio, or you know anything, movies from I don't know James Cameron, let's say, if you take any of those things, any kind of a production that is considered good, and you look into the person producing it, or the entity producing said good thing, you will see a history that explains why that thing is good. You understand? If you listen for the first time to the newest song or album from Beyonce, and you're like, wow, this is an amazing singer, let me look into her, then retrospectively you will find all the way back to her childhood that she has a long track record of being an amazing singer and producing a lot of good music, correct? In the case of movies, say from James Cameron, you'll be like, oh, I saw this Avatar movie, it's pretty dope. What else did James Cameron make? Oh shit, he made a super awesome movie called, what was the other one? The Abyss, for example, or was he Jurassic Park too? Whatever. And, Sanctum. I don't remember that. But anyways, you'll find a history that makes sense and explains the skill or the quality of what said person or entity is producing, right? Always. Capcom video games. Take the same thing. If you look at the long history of Capcom's existence, they've made quite a few very killer games. Probably a couple of shitty ones too, but you can look at the history and you'll see, oh yeah, that makes sense that they make good games, you know? Okay. You can apply the same logic and the same chain of thought to DE, a game developing company. Okay. So what does DE do incredibly well and seemingly feels like they've always done really well? Sounds. Sound design in WarFrame is always amazing. Everything sounds really dope most of the time, right? Then music is also a thing, and they have a very creative, interesting way of creating environments, like, you know, like thinking of something like the Grineer as a faction. That's very creative and kind of cool, right? These kinds of things. Okay, well, if we look back into the history of Digital Extremes, we'll find that they were working on Unreal Tournament, an absurdly successful game way back in the 90s or something. Arena shooter. Basically the godfather, the big daddy of what is today Overwatch, for example. These kinds of things. And if memory serves me correctly, their job there, they didn't develop the game. Their job there was weapon skins and some of the sound design, if I remember correctly, right? Okay, fast forward in time a little bit. DE finds themselves working on BioShock. Did they develop BioShock in its entirety? No. What were they in charge of doing there, or what were they outsourced to do? Bless you! Sound design. Okay, cool. And if you fast forward all the way to the present, you have this game that they're successful with, and this game shows good sound design. So it makes sense, right? It's like, okay, they have history in that department of being good all the way back to 94 or something like that, right? So it's like, yeah, makes sense. Okay. Well, let's look at what the isn't so good at. And that's some of the basic game designs. Is there a difficulty in game? How are the boss battles made? What's the timing? What are the mechanics? What is the AI? How do the missions? What do I do as a mission in the game? What is that like? Is that good? Is it interesting? Is it exciting? Does it have any kind of sense behind it? Any kind of writing? And some would say, yes, it does. Most people, I argue, would say, no, not so much. That's probably their weakest point. Okay, well, let's look at their history in game design. If you look at every game that Digital Extremes was in charge of making, okay, where they made the decision on, okay, this is how we're going to structure this mission, this is how we're going to make the boss fight, everything. Every single game flopped. Dark Sector, atrocious trash, disgusting, which is now the precursor to Warframe, right? Keystone, which I got into the playtest as well, was nice, but also flopped, just never left the ground. It was an Overwatch clone, basically, but it was nice. It did look cool. Mechanically, it wasn't quite there yet, but it did look cool. And then they made a Enter the Gungeon clone, also trash. And then somebody just mentioned that they worked on some kind of a Star Trek from 2013, which is called one of the worst games of all time. So also trash, right? Everything, seemingly, I'm sure there's something in the list that is maybe good, but it seems as if everything that they developed from the ground up from zero turned out to be shit. And when you fast forward to Warframe, when they were looking for people to publish the game, which means this, right? Everybody said, no, we are in a day and age right now where players, not Warframe players, players in general, they want FPS war shooters. And that was the only thing that was being produced because that was what was making money. And DE came along and they were like, yeah, but we have this sci-fi action third-person thing. And all the publishers said, nah, it's trash, it's not going to sell, nobody wants this. Then DE somehow made it happen that they just published it themselves. And with luck, it exploded. And then they asked the player base, hey, can you guys please buy this Excalibur Prime for $250 so that we have the funds to continue the game? And the players were like, sure. They did that, and then they did, and the game exploded even further. And ever since then, think about it, the height of hype of everything Warframe was probably the second dream. The height of hype but also what it introduced to the game. The amps started happening, we got the revelation about what the emo children are and all that stuff. That was amazing. Everything since then, since initial release, has been meh. It has been meh. I know my time, like, shit, man, that's fucked up to say. But is there anything that has been introduced to the game that is game mechanically wise fucking awesome? Survival has always been a thing, and it's a good game mode, it's endless and it's fine. Disruption is fairly new and a lot of people love it. For me, it's survival with extra babysitter steps, but okay, fair. But exterminate, hijack, defense, spy missions, mobile defense, all those missions, they're the same. They've been the way they are today for 9 years now, and they've been shit for 9 years. Or meh for 9 years. You know what I mean? So, like, DE is really good at a couple things, but core game mechanics for, like, a game? Not so much. Have you played the Ascent? The isometric cyberpunk style futuristic thing? I started it for like 5 minutes to just look into it, but I then decided no, I'm not going to continue playing it because I want to play it on with a controller. So I haven't played it since. And it's really good. That's nice to hear. Music and sounds are damn amazing as the lore. Yep, Unreal Tournament was my childhood. Yeah. It was really interesting stuff. Indeed, Keystone, yeah. Would be dead on arrival. Good they canceled that project, in my opinion. Right. When Warframe pisses me off, I go play a great game, Metroid Prime. Yo, Tenna, what's up, Chris? Reminds me, bunch of devs that split from old Russian studio that made Contract Wars, a browser game, shitty netcode. Died down, I think, well, blah, 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 teams game set in Tarkov. Okay. They have only one for a long time, like I dropped the thing in a message to not play repetitive, useless missions. Yeah. Let me just find a mission here right quick.
Fine. Said there was a dump, but it's my dump.
I feel like we hit endgame too quickly, to be honest. What endgame? Should put some cart squirts and siege. Defense with evolving, transforming levels would be sick, I think. They kind of tried doing that on Lua, the moon, where you fall through the floor, but that's about it. But on the other hand, how can you make that endless? Endless evolution. I'm sure you could create a level that can change endlessly. But yeah, would be interesting. DE, the publishers of Dead Space, the game? DE? Lol. No Dead Space on your hard drive. The only thing that holds Warframe together is the community, that it's just eating on itself and playing with friends. That's it. Warframe is hanging on some very, very thin flex tape. Very, very, very thin flex tape. One of those flex tapes are the community and their unfortunately somewhat brainwashed state of having a personal bond to DE, which they know. DE knows this. That's why it's a brilliant business strategy, right? And Reb, I would say, is doing a whole lot to keep the community together. Because without Reb, I think the public sentiment towards the company would change dramatically. Reb is so incredibly good at her job. I'm not even sure if she's entirely aware. She's the lifeline of the DE squad, so to speak. Oh, I'm using a different gun, I forgot. Was a Lavirian for all frames. Have you ever played Tekken? What was your name? Fukuda, have you ever played Tekken? Any of the Tekken games? Or Dead or Alive, actually. I think Dead or Alive did that too. I would call it Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, it's Yeah, pretty much. Has similar traits. XCal0, hello to you too. It's top tier and also a world building. Where? In which game are we talking about? Really got even know what mouse keyboard. Oh, the Ascent. Gotcha.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here.
I forgot that we're playing against these basic ass enemies. Lifeline of DE squad. Jizo, I think it's time to Alt F4 Warframe and move to Apex. Yeah, it's time. I won't be doing that on stream on YouTube though. Oh, casting is already going over there. Okay. Mr. Fantastico, hello to you too. Change anything about cold procs? What would it be? Oh, that's kind of difficult. I think that cold is a dumb elemental to have in the first place, and it does exactly what cold should be doing. So, on one hand, it's dumb, but on the other hand, it is on point. So it's like, I don't know, leave it alone, maybe. Watch one trailer of Path of Exile, and there definitely was a Colton comment about a dev guy that's basically like overlap of Reb and Pablo for that game. Gotcha. Not in a while, but I always loved all the background info and lore on unique characters. Soul Calibur. Oh, Soul Calibur does that too? Oh, that's good, because I have that. Okay, well, Fukuda, why I ask is this. The Laverian things, right, where you get that little bit of background information about a Warframe, sort of, kind of, but you get it in the dumbest, most boring way, uncreative way. My suggestion has been for many years that perhaps, tie those unlocks into a skill-based, more or less skill-based or challenge-based quest type deal. Little shit. So lock it behind a challenge. The way that it would work is like in Tekken, you pick up a character in Tekken, let's say Paul Phoenix or whatever, doesn't matter, and you play through the arcade version of it where you fight the eight or whatever characters, and then you hit the final boss. And when you beat the final boss, you get a very short cinematic that kind of just a funny little thing that gives you like a background story of Paul Phoenix and, you know, who his friends might be or whatever. You know, there's a quick little clip of something of some sort. I would love to see in Warframe where every Warframe unlocks a background cinematic like that as well, but at different challenges. Like, for example, when you, for the first time, do a 30-minute maybe solo survival on Mott or something like that, you will unlock basically the Laverian thing packaged as a bit of a very short cinematic to watch. You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool and meaningful. Not, oh, here's a card, click on it and walk from this wall to that wall and look at a shitty poster and listen to this voiceover. It's lazy, you know, it's lazy and lame. It could be so awesome. So many things. The best description of Warframe that I've ever heard was, it is as vast as an ocean, but as deep as a puddle. I have never heard anything describing Warframe more accurately than that. Isn't Dead or Alive a dead game? I don't know. What gun sounds amazing? What's it called again? It's the one that shoots a radiation bubblegum. Stalta, yes. The Stalin. The Stalta Stalin. Boring, dumb way for sure, man. Mm-hmm. I hope for things that will never come. Nah, don't we all? Experiencing the Laverian would be cool. Right. Do something better than I can type of thing. Oh, then I can type of thing? Why we old players keep coming back to Warframe? It's just depressive for the years of wait and just disappointment. Because Warframe has massive potential. I think that it's that and a combination of our empathetic feeling toward them. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, right, if Warframe would suddenly start making every aspect of what makes a video game, if they would start making every single aspect as awesome as they possibly could, maybe even inspired by how other games do it, nothing wrong with that, right? It's still its own game. Just because you have a boss that can one-shot you doesn't mean, oh, you're copying Dark Souls, right? Then Warframe could very easily, very easily be one of the top 10, if not top 5 games of all times and just stay there. Just be there perpetually, you know? But instead, what we are greeted with is a frequent implementation of meh. You know? Not great, not terrible, mostly, but just, okay, whatever. You know? And that's sad. That's really sad. Warframe has a lot of wasted potential. Yes. If I have to give it a rank so far, it's been 8 to 9, but since I haven't finished it yet, it's not my final verdict. On what are you giving a verdict on? The game itself or a particular quest? Cool. Right. Practice night as well as some other frame for the infestation for people who don't like OGAN, which turns the type of infestation. That could be an augment. Oh, hello, boys! Oh, come on. Where is the dude? I'll head out. Had fun. Good, Ishan. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Maybe see you next time on Twitch then. Almost like a Knights or Wave type challenge system, but specific for each Warframe, huh? That'd be dope. Not necessarily specific, but like basically you get rewarded for mastering the frame. The challenge for each Warframe could be the same. Let's say a survival, because survival is just a very easy way to measure these kinds of things, right? It's very straightforward, and you don't really have to build for anything specific, and it would have to be the vanilla frame, so no subzooms, no helmets, no nothing. Just the vanilla frame. Take them, do this 30-minute mock survival. If you succeed, if you pass that challenge alone, you unlock that cinematic as a reward for getting to the point of being good with that frame. That would be enough for me. That would already be enough for me. This kind of feels very much like Tekken to me.
Operating in my sector, friend. Time to pay immediate tax.
Slightly animated stills. I would rather a little bit of awesome than a lot of bit of meh. It could be the wow of looter shooters, that eternal game that no one beats, but they are just happy with a bunch of meh. Yeah, exactly. And that's what pisses us off. And I think that's also what keeps a lot of players hating and frustrated, and keeps a lot of players also somehow still in the game, although they are not enjoying it anymore. Because you never know. It's like also interesting to watch this game develop. You never know where's it going to go. What is the next update going to be? Is it going to break its legs or is it going to fix it? You know? Do you think you're going to replay the new War Quest? Probably sometime, yeah. I've designed a lot of things that could become a progression system, and it would be unlocked with tiered challenges for each frame's ability. Oh, okay. You know, DE fails at progression systems. Oh yeah. That's saying that's not their strong suit is an understatement. What if Heat Plus Code caused wind damage instead of blast? Why? Survival leads to defense and ends in extermination. I would love something like that, changing mission types. I would love that as well, because it gives you a sense of you can't really prepare. If you think about it, at its core, what makes a game difficult, if it's PvE especially, is oh shit moments. Things that force the player to act or behave differently from the way they are right now. Okay? So, as an example, this very mission right here. If I were alone, then of course I would be seeing enemies here. Let's say the enemies could actually damage me. I pop my 2, I run through, I just run and I shoot. You know, I just run and I shoot and everything just kind of dies anyway, regardless of what I'm doing. You know, just run and shoot. And just, you know, okay, cool. Oh, there's a dude, cool, let's continue. An oh shit moment would be if all of a sudden Zanuka would drop down and be like, I'm back, motherfucker, or something like that, right? And try to beat my ass, lock all the doors, and now I got a showdown with the Zanuka. It's a terrible example because it also locks you down, and having that as a random possibility on every single mission might stink. But just as a very, very basic example of what an oh shit moment can be. It then forces me as a player to change up my strat. Another strategy. Let's say that this here is a survival mission. Right? Let me go to a room that actually has some kind of room-like feature. Oh, what's up? Nah, okay, thought so. I thought I was going to be a smartass now. Go that way. All right, this here has a room-like feature. So let's say I'm doing the best strategy the world has ever seen, the Life of Rio strategy. I'm over here and I'm doing this here with my whatever. Here, this is my strat. There you go. And I'm just letting the enemies spawn down there, and as they step in through the door, I'm just murdering them. And this is how I play for hours and hours and hours. Oh, great, what riveting game design. Love it. It's amazing, right? An oh shit moment would be if the game would realize that you're doing the same thing too often and be like, all right, bitch, lock this room, now I'm stuck in here, and spawn the stalker in it. As an example. You know what I mean? That would be an oh shit. It would force you to do something different. You know? Now, I'm not saying that WarFrame doesn't have absolutely any elements that are similar to that, but none of them make any sense or are strung together or even work as a concept together. It's all just... WarFrame is basically a collage of a bunch of things that somebody thought was cool. That's all it is. An assortment of things that somebody thought would be pretty cool, and then they turned it into a video game, and they're like, yep, cool. Job well done. But it's not a full experience, if that makes any sense. The lack of ideas is not an excuse. The amount of older players with good ideas will keep WarFrame content for a century at this point. 100% true, yes. That is so true. What is it with this goddamn mapping? There you go, another basic game design thing that DE has never had right. The map system, where the map shows you where to go, the indicator. Never, 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 not once has that been functional.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If
I
the
have
door is
returned to
detached,
Daddy
it
Jizo.
will
Hello, Gelder.
initiate the execution sequence.
Actually, I can chill up here. I don't need to go in there with everybody, too. Reward lore cinematic for rank 30 frame. that's too easy. Cause I mean, come on, let's face it.
Not a minute too soon.
What's going to happen? People are going to go to Adaro for 2 seconds and have it maxed immediately. Done. No,
Protect them at all
that's not good.
costs.
My final verdict on Ascent game, I really want to give it a 10 out of 10, but where did you go? I don't think it deserves it due to crashes and some bugs with enemy AI, but again, it's really negligible. Well, I mean, that sounds damn good to me. Oh, god damn it. Is that asshole stuck? No. Okay. Why are these corridors so small? This isn't good for streaming. I don't want to have to look at the screen. Imagine. Vanilla ice frame when lol. Incredibly boring having the same goal in the same mode, just like the boring far frame we have already. I already hope that you would add Risk of Rain 2 kind of gameplay to place that void. Find and open rift portals. Not familiar with that game. I've heard of it, but I don't really know much about it. Status needs a rework? I don't really think so. Someday, yes, but not soon. WarFrame, a one-trick pony? Yeah, yes, very much so. Very much so. It's actually shocking. Sure, I'll go ahead and invite this doctor person here to random. You're probably thinking, why the hell are they inviting me? What the fuck? Mentioning Outriders, imagine having special Grineer or Corpus Captains, and let's say you'd defeat them, and based on their level, you'd get better loot guaranteed. Yep, something like that. Something like that. Warframe's reward system is incredibly toxic. It's so parasitic. Lacks vision, and in my opinion, it was always just this would be cool, let's make it. Example, the Dio frame, Limbo. Absolute worst frame, and only freaks like him. No, that's not true. Limbo is a god. Bunch of half-baked tricks that never go anywhere. Excision, got that one already.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you
So much
begin
River's idea of
operation?
tower be a thing. Oh shit, where did you go? Oh, there we go. Yeah, thing, but that would be too good of an idea for DE to implement. Maybe. Remember when we started playing Warframe and thought it was the greatest shit? Yeah. It's funny because every game strives to get to the top, but Warframe goes the other way around. Warframe, like I said, Warframe is just comfortable with dwelling in meh. Oh, if it's good enough, then it's great. Just release it. The simps are gonna play it anyway. That's how Warframe feels sometimes. Warframe shit don't stink, didn't you know? Lol. D needs a game director to guide them, and one with an actual brain cell still alive. Also, things like banning for names needs to be clarified and managed properly. I agree. I feel a lot of these games, this game's issues, and are management related. Yep. I know it's not easy, and it can fuck up a lot of things, but why don't they add crossplay alone? Then it sucks that they take so long. Why can't they add crossplay alone? Oh, you mean instead of crossplay and cross save? You mean? I don't know. Why it's taken so long? Legal issues, I guess. But honestly, I don't think that crossplay is anything to be hyped about. The only people that are going to benefit from crossplay are the people that are going to migrate their accounts to the superior platform, PC, right? And the people who have been waiting for months or even years to finally be able to play with, for example, their console clan mates or whatever, and they never could up until then. But that's only going to be interesting for a week tops. After that, we're all just going to be bored and doing tedious, repetitive grind, but across different platforms. That's the only change. I also feel very strongly that Warframe going mobile is not a coincidence. Let me throw this out there for you guys. Let me throw this out there and give you some fruit for thought. If we imagine for a second that Warframe's long-term business goal is to become a mobile game because it's easier to develop, it appeals to a wimpy crowd, blah blah blah, whatever. It's just easy money. If Warframe's ultimate goal is to slowly become a mobile game, then think back a couple years, everything that the game has developed. Wouldn't it kind of make sense all of a sudden? Everything that has happened to the game, it's like, huh, that kind of caters to a mobile style game version, and now the game is going to be mobile. No, man. I'm a little worried. It could be nothing, but I'm a little worried. Because Warframe really isn't a game that needs to be on mobile phones. Come on now. Raids coming back, opinion due to poll. DE did promise that they were going to do that. I think this is maybe their version of just seeing if the community even cares and if it makes sense to put resources into it or not. I hope so. RNG is basically a slot machine, but instead of money, you play with you pay with playing the same missions far too many times. Agreed. My only wish is to revert Limbo nerf from Scarlet Spear. What was that? Whatever sword. Vitrica. Whatever sword to not work in Rift. That was cool. Damn. Shows you in a different place than you really are, by the way. Huh? What? Hello, Jack. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no. What was that? What was that show? What show? What was the name of the show that had that theme song? Hit the road, Jack. That should be every game's goal. You're thinking like a boomer right now. What's that? Oh, you mean becoming a mobile game? Ew. Also, imagine being able to dual wielding instead of farming the same weapon twice for the dual version. It doesn't make any sense that you can use both of the same weapons if you have two of them. No, you're not alone having that thought, but I hope it's good for Warframe for the long run. True, I just hope it doesn't actually say, okay, well, guys, we noticed that entertaining the console Warframe version and PC Warframe version is a little bit annoying. We're going to do only mobile now, so bye-bye, Candy Crush, you know? This card, but Tencent buying the game makes that much more easy to believe. Yeah, I know. I love you, but think about it. These kids, when they are our age, are not gonna want to be tethered to a comp. Do you think? Tencent does own them, so yeah, maybe they are planning to go mobile. Of course, the community cares. That's why we bitch so much, right? Thoughts on the new augments? They're good. Limbo nerf regarding not being able to freeze ascensions permanently. Oh, so Limbo's trash because he can't freeze one faction? Okay. I'd love to use two shadows on two arms, lol. DE was hiring devs for mobile game dev work well before Tencent bought their parent company. So it has a little to do with Tencent. No, of course not. It's not like Tencent incentivized it. That's not necessarily the case, but Tencent do be loving those mobile games. mobile games are much easier to monetize. Yeah, with Trash. Not Trash, but he's not an absolute god like he used to be. I disagree. I disagree. That's like saying Superman is weak because he's weak to kryptonite. No. No. Oh shit, I'm turning the screw the wrong goddamn way. Where is the key for this thing? Really wish there was no building time for items. Makes me feel like I'm playing a Clash of Clans. Lol. I understand why they have building times in the game. It does kind of make sense, but I do think that at times they're a little bit excessive because they also tie into RNG on top of that. You need to know why they have crafting times in the game. Crafting times prey on people's impatience. This is normal game design. Every other game does it. It's totally normal. It's like you can have this item for free if you wait, or you pay and have it now. A lot of people will be like, man, fuck that. I want to pay, you know? And that's, I guess, okay. It's not necessarily bad, but making you wait 3 fucking days for a Warframe to finish, that's some bullshit right there, right? But what it also does is it forces player retention. What I would call artificial player retention. Warframe is really good at holding players hostage. Warframe isn't so riveting that people just love to waste all of their time with it. It holds you hostage. It gives you the feeling that if you don't do this now or later, you might miss out or whatever, you know? And that's not a good environment. Okay, see you later, Gimpler. The Chinese government gets the gateway to censor the gaming industry like all other Chinese corporations. Yeah, they have shown signs of doing that kind of shit as well. I don't think that they're going to make it fly on Warframe, but it's a little bit concerning that this company seems to be doing that. That bullshit. Tencent also own a Crossfire, Chinese CSGO, and it's the most played game in the world, but it's not on mobile, just on PC. Okay. It's like DE took only 1% power off of him, but still, why take away from a purely CC frame? Limbo is not a pure CC frame. I can tell the more you speak, the less you understand Limbo. Is what I'm getting from this here. When should we bully DE to give us the weapon Nox Spores? Spores? I'm guessing? Not sports? If the Loki main made a meme out of Ghoul Saw and we got it, might as well. I don't really care. There is no weapon or Warframe in existence that DE could announce to get me excited, because all of those things are, well, just that, things. It's stuff. All these weapons and skins and Warframes, it's good that we're getting new ones, but they're all a slightly different version of something that already exists, especially the weapons. Oh my fucking god. When I see how crazy people go when DE announces the 5th Gorgon version, or here's a 7th Cernos, or hey, we're making another cold frame that isn't Frost, but Popsicle this time. You know, none of those things bring any real value to the game. Sure, you have a nice little toy that you can then play with for a little while, but it brings no value to the game. That's why it is, to an extent, kind of meaningless for me, right? And that's why I don't really care. Werewolf frame, I don't give a shit. Make a fucking lolly frame for all I care. It doesn't matter anymore. It does nothing for the game, except, you know, give you some marketing strategy. That's all. Crafting time is what the weapons and Warframe slots is. Yeah, that you don't have a lot of them. Yeah, you can't really catch up with slots. That's true. Why you need a Chinese CSGO when CSGO exploded in China in past few years? Lol. Nemo can even be a spy frame. People don't realize how versatile he can be. That's the two. Those are literally the two meta things I hear about Limbo. Limbo's a defense frame, or he's good at spy too. Yeah, you know what he's also really good at? Killing. Limbo is a fucking savage. Absolute monster. He annihilates shit. On top of crowd control, he just plays unfair. He's just dirty. He's just downright dirty. Speaking the true, death by snoo, huh? What? Huh? Nobody heard anything. What? More fun gameplay than whacking shit. AI looks and they have less success in holding me. Example of genre where the gameplay has to be fun is racing. And how many situations is that useful? Most of the time, you don't even need that boost. So you're basing my argument on one single augment? I'm saying Limbo is great. You're saying Limbo is bad because he can't freeze sentience. And now you're talking about the augment. Limbo is one of my favorites. That is a rare sight to see. Hey Samurai, wake the fuck up. We already have a lolly frame and it's called Urelli. I know. Most forma you wasted is on what? This. What would get you excited? A lot of things would get me excited. If DE would, for example, announce, okay guys, we're going to be completely restructuring our risk versus reward system, that would get me excited. Okay, Tenno, we are going to look into making Warframe a better social experience. Like, for example, we're going to think about make the dojo the spawning area for all clanmates so that you spawn there, you know, with other players. So it's not an empty, lifeless, soulless ship, right? A metal coffin that's floating through space. That would get me excited. If DE would say, remember TennoCon when we showed Railjack the first time, how awesome it was that you could land on a planet pretty much and maybe take off and go out into the atmosphere? We're going to do that. That would get me excited. They would say, okay, you know those game modes that you've been playing for literally 9 years now and that have always been boring as fuck? Like Extermination, for example? We're going to spice that up a little bit. Oh, Tenno, hey, remember when we said pet commands and a complete rework is going to happen? We're going to actually do that now. These kinds of things. Remember the other solar system we were talking about making? We want to go to another galaxy, maybe even? Yeah, we're going to do that. Hey Tenno, we're going to work together with some of our known YouTubers to gather information from the community directly on what we should start doing with the game, for example. That would get me excited. Instead, it's like, well, what's the next Warframe going to be? What's the next Prime Warframe going to be? Oh, we don't know. Oh, it's so exciting. Albeit we know 3 years in advance who the next Warframe is going to be. But okay. It's going to be Wisp! Ha! Make a close-up on the death stream of the booty. And everybody's happy. And chat goes nuts. 69 Forma Loki cries in Aya farming. As a limo main, I am deeply disturbed by how many people seem to hate us. Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. Completely unjustified. Well, not completely. Shocking you think like a consumer and DE thinks like a business, as shit as we think it is as gamers. If they don't, we don't have Warframe. If they don't do what? Can you run whole start chart even in Steel Path with one nicely picked Warframe? Yep. A lot of things would get me excited. Hey, it's your degenerate bootylicious here with another reminder. It's time to play some Gibby. No. Involuntarily every time. It's already too much anyway from Railjack. Fair. If that is an actual serious concern, because the devs could easily say, fuck it, get yourself a better PC, which is shit, but if that is a concern, and it is a valid one, then I think that you could still fix that. You know that the dojos have the barracks, right? Those completely useless rooms that you have to build in your dojo just so that your dojo can actually have a higher tier, aka more members, right? But you don't actually ever use the room. It's just the thing that you have to do in order to be allowed to have more members in your clan. Well, what if instead of that, you would spawn at the dojo, but at the dojo you would spawn in your own instance of this here. Alright, so let's say you spawn when you load into the game, instead of being in the front of your orbiter, or whatever, or in the arsenal, you'll be here kneeling, and then you load into the game, you get up, you turn around, take a step down here, and then you're in the game and you can control your warframe. However, when you go out this door, you're not actually in your orbiter, you're in the dojo. So when you go out here, the instance of dojo is loaded. And now you're in the dojo, whatever the room is, the entrance room is from your personal clan's dojo, and you can start go out here and go into the common room or whatever and see the other Tenno run around and do Tenno things or whatever, you know? I'm pretty sure that there's an easy fix for that, or reasonable fix rather is probably better wording. Right now, I play with Limbo with bringing green, purple energy. Cursed. If it's bright purple, yes, it is cursed. Make their choices and decisions like a business, considering bottom line before player satisfaction. I have heard people mention that exact strategy a couple times. Or not strategy, but that exact argument a few times here and there. And I have to say that I disagree. To an extent. When a game becomes... what would the right word be? When a game enters a state where its only focus can be the bottom line, then that game maybe should rightfully die. Games, albeit are a product, they are made to be fun. They are played because people enjoy the game and therefore purchase it or throw money at it because it is fun. Okay? That is the whole purpose behind gaming, and that is exactly why people make money. Games are not designed to hype people up, lure them into the game, and then just keep their money and after they purchased it and there's actually no game there, right? So if DE would make the customers happy, then the customers would more happily throw money at them, and more customers would flock to it. That is called marketing, right? Well, among other things. So I don't believe in this whole, oh, our game is meh because we made it meh and it's making meh money, so all we can focus on is the bare minimum and produce more meh as long as we hit our bottom line. No, go fuck yourself then, let it die. You don't deserve to be a video game then. That's my opinion. If a game flops, it flops. And games flop for reasons. I don't see anybody over here crying over Anthem. Oh, well, Anthem flopped because it was shit. Well, Warframe's shit too. It's just not only shit. It has massive potential. Anthem also had potential, but not like Warframe does. You know? Are you hopping over to Twitch for Apex? No, I won't officially be streaming my Apex thing. It's just me privately playing Apex for fun. But I will be streaming it in the Discord server in our Chat 1 room. Simply so that anybody who joins can actually kind of see what's going on. That's all. Because if there's one person in there, or 3 people in there playing the game and they're talking to each other and stuff like that, and somebody random joins, they're like, I don't know what's going on, you know? So I'll stream it there. Hand-to-hand combat would be cool and a new way to play. We have hand-to-hand combat, unless you mean fists. Got a Nezha main, but I'm part of Hildren Enjoyers. I'm part of the Hildren Enjoyers. games, unfortunately, do get designed like that. Some. What do players call that though? Scam. Nobody says, "Oh, well, they had to make sure their bottom line was met." No. Shut up. Rip Anthem. Yeah, I know. I know. Marketing doesn't work like that, though. I understand why you think it does, but I can show you my very small company, how expensive it is, how hard it is to break even. This is typical of all of us. I had a business myself in construction, not gaming, but a business is a business, and bottom lines are bottom lines, and I know what the costs are. I know how quickly you can be completely fucked in terms of your income and your expenses and stuff like that. I know this, right? I still stand by my opinion about video games specifically, which are produced by companies that exist to produce video games specifically. You do not make a video game thinking, how can I make the maximum amount of money as easy and as lazily as possible, fuck the people that play it. No, some people do that, but no, it's not good, or okay, or right. And you can't tell me that if Warframe would slowly actually make the game better as a video game, that it wouldn't make more money. That's absurd. That's absurd. Rightfully so. So on. We already have combat like that in Warframe, and it sucks. Well, we have weapons that we can equip, and it stinks. Wave Rider, the quest I disliked the most. That wasn't the quest. It doesn't deserve the title quest. Right. I don't want to get too competitive because I love you. That's okay. That's okay. Even though we don't agree, but I'd challenge you to give me a list of games that do it right by your standard, and we can compare them to bad games. My impulse is challenge accepted. This is going to be easy win. Because but I'm a little confused as to why you would even offer that, because I mean, you can't win that argument. You can't. Why is Apex Legends making millions and millions and millions of dollars? Because they're trying to make the game good. Every season they try to do something new, something a little bit different, to shake it up every now and again, albeit not perfect, but we're not asking for perfection, but they're making a lot of money. Look at Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has way more players than Warframe has ever had, and is doing better. Monster Hunter, a game that I personally hate. I find it atrocious trash, but also extremely successful, right? Tormented Souls, not super successful, but a damn good game that I personally like very much. That's a horror game that was done very well. You know, did they meet their bottom line? No idea. Did they market the game though? Nope. I'd gladly lose to change my mind. Oh, you don't need to change your mind. That's the great thing about actual freedom of speech and stuff like that. It's just general idea for everybody. Just a reminder: humans are allowed to have different opinions. It's okay. You don't need to change your mind at all. It's like, it's fine. I find your take interesting, and I find it interesting that you're providing opposition. Opposition? What the fuck? Circumcision. Opposition to what I'm saying, right? That's nice, and it's good too. This is called conversation, or maybe even debate or discussion or whatever. You know, the goal doesn't need to be to change anyone's minds. I'm not married to any of my ideas. I mean, same. But it does require some input to change my mind. I'm open to it. I'm not worried about changing my mind. It does require some convincing. Long time no see. Hello, Polska. Started playing Genshin Impact and I am enjoying it. Yeah, that's not gonna last very long. Started playing, got that one already. Too late, you're already wanted to child support. What the fuck? Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and yeet from the stream. In case you guys haven't done it already, then you should be able to see right below the stream. You should be able to see the description that has the Discord server link in there and some other stuff that might interest you, like the merch store where you can get this super snazza peasant on a sexist shirt right there and shit. All that is down there in the description. If you miss it, then the same description is in any other video. There was something else that I wanted to mention that felt like something kind of important. Discord server, that there are other links down there and stuff like that that support the channel, of course. Nah, slipped my mind. Oh well. In any case, I will be on Discord. I mean, I'm always on Discord, but I will be in there. I will probably get into a call. I'm just going to get myself a snack and spend some time with my son for a little bit. And as soon as I am available again to play Apex, I will be on Discord in a chat room, streaming it to the chat room so that everybody can kind of participate in what's going on and just play some Apex, which you guys are invited to play with me if anybody does. See ya. Awesome. Fun chat. Catch you next time, mate. Awesome. Thursday on Twitch. Something. What? Something. Gibby. Shut up, Booty. Shut up, Booty. Enjoy. See ya, baby Jizo. Yeah, indeed. Alrighty, guys. It was a pleasure streaming here on YouTube. Even though it's weird, it's still kind of weird. But it was very, very nice. I'm always surprised at the YouTube live peeps. You guys have a very cool attitude. I'm not mad at it. Perhaps I'll see you in the future in other Sunday YouTube streams or even a Twitch stream. Whatever suits you best. Whatever suits you best. No pressure. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Stay healthy and safe. Take care of yourselves. And peace the fuck out.